You're gonna intro. Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind.
Good morning, Macon, Georgia, and around the world, through the World Wide Web. This is the Morning Roast with yours truly, Irving Martinez, and sitting in for Derek today is Ed Einbinder. Uh-oh. It's gonna be one of those days, folks. I guess Derek
card is
yeah, he's taking some kind of a test. He's taking some kind of a test. Gonna try to be a
cop.
A cop.
A deputy.
Deputy Droop-along.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah, I said something to him yesterday when we were looking at that real heavy cop. I said, now look at that guy. I said, he ain't gonna waste his time running after your ass. He's just gonna shoot your ass and make the paperwork later.
Well, let me just say this. He's going to fit right in. Because a lot of these cops that they have on the sheriff's side of the department, those guys are huge. I mean, Derek is going to be a shrimpo next to these guys. So, we'll see. We'll see if, you know, what exactly, Michelle. You hit it right on the head. I didn't want to go there, but I guess you're right.
Well, I got a breaking news story here. This is an awesome story.
No, okay.
Some educators in Arkansas will be packing guns.
Wow. Well, we're going right out of town already.
As Shane Dugan rounded the corner at Clarksville High School, he saw 3 students on the floor moaning and crying. In a split second, 2 more ran out of a nearby classroom. He's got a gun, one of them shouted as Dugan approached with his pistol drawn. Inside, he found 1 student holding another at a gunpoint. Dugan aimed and fired 3 rounds at the gunman. Preparing for such scenarios has become common for police after a school shooting in Connecticut last December left 20 children and 6 teachers dead. But Dugan is no policeman. He's the assistant principal of the school in Arkansas. And when classes resume in August, he will walk the halls with a 9mm handgun. I definitely feel feeling safe at that school. How about you?
Wow, that's the way it is now, man. I mean, some of these teachers are afraid of their own kids. Some of these kids are not even small, man. They're huge.
When I was, in school, I used to get whacked on the back with a ruler or hit in the head with an eraser.
Doing that now.
Yeah, I mean, back then, and then people threw an eraser at my head, I would have had his ass up in the principal's office.
Yeah.
Child abuse.
Well, yeah, you heard about that kid that killed his stepbrother. The father put him up. I mean, these kids are all out of whack now. You just can't take that risk anymore. But I still don't think he should carry a gun. I mean, once you bring a gun to the table, folks, that's the problem. You escalate everything. Everything goes way beyond what it should be, you know? And that's my concern. That principal is going to wind up shooting one of those kids, I'm telling you. It's not gonna be far from that. But speaking of which, some making kids got a new look and start off the school year. Hairline salons and boutiques offered 100 free haircuts and stylings on Tuesday. That was yesterday. Kids ages 4 through 13 packed the salon to get their back-to-school looks. Owner Beverly Pitt says her boutique wanted to help students start the year looking fresh and feeling their best. That way they don't get shot. Little girls having their hair done and having a fresh do for the first day of school is just the most exciting thing. It gives them confidence, makes them feel good and think about themselves. And we have felt good doing this, said Pitts. There you have it. They gave some free haircuts to kids. They're going back to school today, right, Ed?
Monday.
Today?
No, I think it's Monday. Somebody told me Monday. Well, Jones County, I know Monday.
Oh.
But
Well, I think some of them went back. No?
They're trying to get to change it so that, because they shorten the kids' summers to start school early. They want to try to change it to start school after Labor Day. Because they go back and then next thing you know, they're back off again. And, they got teachers' work day and stuff like that.
In New York, they got all these Jewish holidays that
We have Martin Luther King holidays here.
Yeah, well, that's about all. But in New York, I mean, every teacher's Jewish. So they have a lot of Jewish holidays in New York. We would say, oh, we're off tomorrow for what? And they'd say, mention some holiday. Purim or Yom Kippur or Hanukkah or Moses Day.
Hanukkah, that's the day we smoke our marijuana.
Happy Hanukkah. Well, I guess
smoke your marijuana.
I guess we celebrate Hanukkah almost every day. But by the way, there's a woman that lives somewhere around here, but she's 99 years old.
There's actually a woman that lives somewhere around here?
Yeah, and she's
I thought it was all guys, man.
And she's still alive. And she lives here in Macon.
Bless her heart.
And as you get older, it becomes more and more important to stay fit, both mentally and physically. You're telling me. On Tuesday, one Macon woman celebrated her 99th birthday at the Wellness Center. You know what that is. With some cake and yoga. It's the only way to be healthy and is to work at it, said Middleton. Look, she's wearing my hat. She's got like my fedora on. The hell, the lady's in style.
Send them the link so they can look at it.
Yeah, because as you grow older and you're sitting in a sofa doing nothing, you lose all your muscle tone. Mallet turns 90 next month. Now, wait a minute. First of all, Mallet turns 90, she turns 99, I see. Because I'm looking at a picture of a woman, and it goes on to say him. A woman in a fedora. Mallet, who turns 90 this month, is supposed to keep up with Metal Leon. I told her I was going to try to beat her. She's 99, so I'm going to try to at least reach that age, said Mallet. In fact, Metal Leon, I guess, has made so many friends at yoga. They threw a birthday party. It was just unbelievable. It made me so happy. I cannot describe it, she said. When asked about a secret to a healthy, long life, Metal Leon, who served as a nurse in World War II, had this to say, well, I'm just very careful of picking my parents. It's like an Ed joke.
I don't make stupid jokes.
Anyway. Well, that's cool. Oh, woman, staying fit, doing yoga, shit, it's better than what I can say.
Good
Right,
morning,
Ed?
everybody. Yes, Ed's on air. I'm walking on air.
Yeah, it's
Shoot
on
the
air.
moon!
Good morning, Vorpabite. Oh my God, they're all
Well, you
coming
know,
on.
we're going to be all over the map today, so our structure is
yeah.
going
But
to be
by the
fucked
way,
up.
folks.
But I got a wing dang doodle of a
Okay,
story.
well, before we go there, let's just say hello to everybody here. Look who's here, Saibuki again. I love you, Saibuki. It's so good to have you back once again. And good morning, DS Photo Guy, Michelle Stacy. Thank you for always coming on and letting people know the time of the show. My Nuts Itch is on. Yirak Wildcat is on. Of course, DJ from Russia. Vorpabite 2 and Shanian 1976. Welcome. I don't remember you on here, but, well, this is Ed, of course, and me.
Shania. Is the name.
Oh, Shania.
Like Shania Twain.
No. Shania Twain.
Yeah.
You've been busy with my Star Wars stuff, but I stop in most of the days I'm home. That's cool. So what are you doing with your Star Wars stuff? Where is Derek? He's out getting a test. He wants to be a sheriff's deputy. Deputy Droop along.
He wants to bust them and take their dope.
Yeah. Anyway, so good morning, 33T Rich.
Well,
Good to have you
speaking of
You were saying you had a
the
bing
law,
bang dang
I got a couple
beaver
stories
doodle.
here. This one's going to be quick.
Go ahead.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Check this out. Justin Bieber's list of bad boy blunders continue to mount. Justin Bieber's tour bus was stopped on the Michigan and Canada border with the local authorities seizing both drugs and paraphernalia, according Monday, July 20th. What
Did
the
they
hell?
find
He
any?
thinks he's going to be, an exception to a search at the border? Yeah, Officer Ken Hammond of the Chief Customs and Border Protection reveals that Justin Bieber's tour bus was stopped at the Ambassador Bridge that separated Windsor, Canada and Detroit, and the drug-sniffing dogs had a field day sniffing out weed present on the bus. And paraphernalia, how about that?
Well, they
I had a
busted.
feeling he was smoking weed.
Oh, please. Yeah, of course. I mean, you could tell. I mean, that kid went, like, from being a nice guy, sweet, young, wholesome, girly-looking guy to rotten, not so wholesome, girly-looking guy.
Yeah, that about
He's still a girly-looking man. Sorry. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Smoking is, whatever.
And I got another wing dang doodle little story here. Hold on.
Yurak says, I don't think smoke had anything to do with it. I agree. Go ahead. You got another story. I'd spitting them out like he's ready to have all these kids. You're like a
cockroach.
Yeah, like a cockroach.
Oh, did you hear about the teacher told the kids?
I'm gonna say Octomom.
The teacher said to the kids, she says, I want y'all to write a poem. So, Sally got up and said, roses are red, violets are blue, sugar's sweet, and so is you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Isn't that sweet? And then Billy came up and said his speech and all that. Well, little Joey, he come out and he said, I was walking down the hall where I saw a cockroach on the wall. She says, well, that's okay, but leave the cock out. He says, well, I was walking down the hall when I saw a roach on the wall with his cock out. Boom, boom.
Wow.
How
I don't know
about
if that's a story or if Ed's just trying to do a fill-in.
What
But
What
here's the story.
What story?
Speaking of cockroach, you know that guy Bradley Manning? He's gonna be squished like a roach.
Yeah, but he didn't get the original charges.
I know he didn't get the aiding and abetting an enemy. That was
would've
way
been
far
a
too
death penalty.
stretched. Don't you think? The government always does that, Ed. They did it with they just stretch the law. They're doing it with Snowden. They're doing it. They could say aiding and abetting an enemy and all this other shit. I think they live in some other Star Wars. I mean, people. Okay, some of the stuff that they're leaking out could possibly do some damage, but really, how much damage? He said, really? Do we really know how much damage was done? Nobody could tell any of that. So now this kid's going to be, he's going to face at least 136 years just on the charges that he's been given. He would have been given life in prison, and he may have received the death penalty if he was charged with that charge that was not charged, the aiding and abetting an enemy. But anyway, on Wednesday, Private First Class Bradley Manning was handed a verdict on charges he faced in relation with leaking classified material after 1,160 days of pretrial detention. His crime was to release military documents to WikiLeaks. Contained within this material was footage of a U.S. military helicopter gunning down a father taking his children to school. This is why they're pissed off, because he exposed that crap. America's like murderous now. I know what's going on with this country. What's wrong with this guy?
Well, you know, America is known as...
Tell the truth.
We're known as terrorists. Everybody else, they think we're terrorists.
One man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter.
What are you doing with that? I'm going to need that too.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
All right. Yeah.
Anyway, so contained within the material was footage of a U.S. military helicopter gunning down the father and children, evidence of a death squad operating in Afghanistan, and files showing that rather than containing just the worst of the worst Guantanamo-held dementia patients, taxi drivers and prisoners of Taliban, millions worldwide regard Manning as a hero. I don't know if he's a hero. I just think the kid is just naive, and he tried to expose what he thought was America doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? I don't get it.
Well, he's giving away. He's playing espionage. He's playing real-time 007.
Well, this is not so much the beginning of a slippery slope for a democratic nation as a headlong plummet. The guilty verdict would have redefined the media from outlets such as WikiLeaks and bastions of the establishment of the New York Times and proxies for the enemy. It would have ended any distinction between a traitor selling military secrets to the highest bidder and someone speaking to a journalist on a matter of conscience and for no reward. By finding Manning not guilty of this dangerous charge, though guilty of espionage and theft, military judge Colonel Denise Linde has pulled the U.S. back to the precipice for now. Whatever that means. But that outcome does not alter the fact that such a charge was sought by prosecutors in the first place. You remember, I mean, this... I don't know what to say. You know, America is not the same America that I knew. Right? You're right. This is not the same America.
No, it's not the American dream anymore.
It's an American nightmare. What are you talking about, American dream? American dream has been dead for a long time. By the way, speaking of dead...
Oh, you got that one? Go ahead.
Yeah, a man dies in assisted living. We're going to belt these out as they come. All right, folks? Bear with us. Yeah. Well, you're going to be dead on this one. George McGaffey, a former running back for the Chicago Bears, who developed dementia in the twilight years. He died in excruciating and humiliating death in 2009 while in the care of the Atlanta Assisted Living Facility. Can't even take care of the old people anymore. The Pro Football Hall of Famer wandered unsupervised to a cleaning room and drank a bottle of industrial strength detergent. The caustic chemical burnt his lips, esophagus, and lungs before he died in the hospital. According to his family, which settled with the Emirates Corporation. Why didn't they have this shit locked up?
Yeah,
I mean, when you're in an assisted living situation, some of these folks, they're so far gone, they kind of go in reverse. They're like little kids. You got to watch. Keep an eye on them. Some of them sleepwalk. The hell?
That shit needs to be locked up.
Yeah. It was horrible, horrible, she told ABC. I cannot begin to tell you how horrific it was. We just hope he wasn't conscious. Now a filmmaker. A.C. Thompson of ProPublica, in collaboration with reporter Jonathan Jones and PBS Frontline, has taken a critical look at the not-for-profit of World Assisted Living facilities. In addition to quasi-independent care, the facilities offer so-called memory units for families who want a safe and home-like environment for their loved ones who are suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's disease. The facilities often, or sometimes, in a spiral staircases and lush grounds are loosely regulated, depending on the state, and often don't have a full-time nurse, according to the Frontline report, in contrast to nursing homes, which are federally funded and therefore under tougher scrutiny. I realize that in some ways there's a secret world and people don't understand what's going on and rules governing it. And then for a lot of people with dementia, these facilities are great, but they don't necessarily need a nurse to tend them around the clock, and they don't need institutional setting. And then, of course, he goes on, we have a lot of compassionate people. Anyway, Thompson examined numerous public files on assaults between residents, sexual assaults by caregivers, and patients who went missing. This is another issue. What's going to happen to us when we get old, Ed?
I'm going to die.
I don't know. Once I get Alzheimer's and dementia. What?
Oh my God. They can't make me suffer forever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got a story. Y'all know about the big stomach bug.
Yeah. Yeah, this
stomach bug is related to a salad mix. An outbreak of diarrheal disease that has sickened 372 people in 15 states since June may be linked to a bagged salad mix. The evidence points to a salad mix containing iceberg and romaine lettuce, as well as carrots and red cabbage. As the source of the outbreak reported in Iowa and Nebraska, Steve Mandernack, chief of the Food and Consumer Safety Bureau of the Iowa Department of Inspections and Appeals, said in a release Tuesday. The investigation of Iowa and Nebraska health officials found that at least 80% of the people in those states infected with the Cyclospora outbreak had eaten the prepackaged salad mix. Cyclospora is an intestinal disease caused by the microscopic parasite Cyclospora cayetanensis. Whatever. Where's Derek? Sounds his shit for me. It is transmitted when feces enter the food or water supply and are consumed. Moving on down here.
No, yeah.
They don't give the name of the salad mix.
Well, it's Cyclosporus.
Well, no, the actual salad mix that they got sick from.
Yeah.
How they got sick. They don't say the, how like recall on this. Usually they'll say recall for this, recall for that, but there is no one.
What are the cases were found where? In Connecticut, Florida. Name the places down here.
Arkansas, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, New York City, New York, Ohio. I like it. And New Jersey.
And New Jersey.
Texas and Wisconsin. Health officials do not know whether all the reported cases are part of the same outbreak.
Yeah, mad salad disease, exactly.
Well,
attack of the killer tomatoes.
And it can cause diarrhea, fatigue, anorexia, bloating, stomach cramps, vomiting, muscle aches, and a low fever. Nowadays, you're better off just going and make your own damn food.
I like the way they describe the diarrhea. Sometimes explosive diarrhea. That's called, my friends, rectal rocket.
I think
that's when it shoots out all that. It's hot.
I think that's more like projectile shitting.
Yeah. Well, it's watery. You're spewing. You're not even shitting anymore. Welcome everybody who's having breakfast. I hope you're enjoying it. as we speak on diarrhea and some other stuff. By the way, I did want to go back. That's right, ATT. No hydroponic. It's not a mad oiving disease, although I do get it occasionally. But yeah, you have to wash your hands. Always wash 100% of all uncooked food prior to eating, and your hands. I mean, people touch their face and their noses and their assholes and.
Oh well, just like that place. I ain't gonna say the name, but I was in there one day and this person went like this, and then squeezed their nose, ran their fingers like wiggling their nose, then picked up somebody's sandwich to cut it.
Are you kidding?
And then served it to them.
Did you catch him? You should have said something.
I don't want
Thank God I wasn't there.
I would never eat there though.
Thank God I wasn't there. I'm so brash. I would have said something. I would have said it to the custom. Swear to you. There was one time my dad used to sell ices. What they call in New York piraguas, which is really just scraped ice. When they scrape it, they make a snow cone. What they call snow cones. They used to call them piraguas. And we had competition, but one day, that competition, it was a hot day. My dad decided he didn't want to put the card out. And we see this old man take his head and put it on a freaking block of ice. He just put it on a block of ice like this and put the towel over his head. And then came out of it.
And then scraped it and shaved it.
No, and then he just went about his way. Exactly. He went about his way.
Unbelievable.
You never know. Don't buy from those cooler carts.
There's something I gotta tell everybody. I don't have the story, but there was a story I can't remember where it was. But be careful of taking a business card from people. Lady, what happened was I think it was at a gas station, and this guy was offering his services and handed her a business card. Yeah. And this business card had some kind of substance on it, which about 5 seconds later, she started getting all woozy and drowsy. Anyways, she got kidnapped and got raped.
No kidding. This stuff's it had date rape drug on it.
It's supposed to be stronger than a roofie. So don't take business cards from anybody.
Wow. Vorbabai says roofie. You think it was roofie?
No, they said the substance was like roofie, but more potent, faster acting.
There you go.
No. Hey, that just goes to prove, some people just can't get sex, so they gotta steal it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it happens all the time, dude. Happens all the time. Yeah, ask Oprah. She knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, wow, that's terrible news.
I got some more terrible news.
Bring it on.
I feel
what the hell?
Really
bring it
sorry.
on. We're on a roll. Let's bring more horrible news.
We're just bringing the news. Dog eats paralyzed man's testicle.
Wow.
Now, is that not a wing dang ding a doodle?
It's just a true story, Ed.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, from the Poinsett County. I guess you're making a point here. Go ahead.
Wherever Poinsett County is. A Truman man awoke Monday morning to find his dog eating one of his testicles.
Dang.
The man, who has not been identified, is paralyzed and told police he has no feeling from the waist down. Around 7:45 a.m. Monday, he was awakened by a burning pain in his midsection, according to the initial report. The 39-year-old man told police he sleeps in the nude and noticed the dog was between his legs. He also noticed a small white fluffy dog had blood on its muzzle and front feet. When the man looked further, according to the report, he noticed that the dog had eaten one of his testicles. The victim said that the dog was a stray he had taken in about 3 weeks earlier. The man was unsure if the dog had been vaccinated. Police took the dog to a local veterinarian where it was euthanized. I wonder if he got his nuts back. And its head was sent to the Arkansas Department of Health to be tested for rabies. The victim was taken to St. Bernard's Regional Center where he was treated for his injuries. That story is nuts.
Yeah. That is nuts. I hate to envision what the hell was going on prior to that dog eating it.
The veterinarian cut off the head to send it in to be tested for rabies. Somebody had asked about what happened.
My God. Put that story out on Facebook. You'll see that explode.
That's where I got it from Facebook.
Did you? Oh, okay. Well,
I mean,
I'm only thinking about. Yeah, I hate to laugh at somebody else's horror, but I'm thinking about what the hell went on before that dog ate that shit.
Yeah, why was
that guy was
there?
Dreaming?
Or who knows? You never know. Maybe I don't know, man. I don't want to get into kinky shit.
I'd like to see what the chatters have to say. Let me see.
Ball
Larry.
Johnny One Nut.
Yeah. I'd sleep so soundly if a dog was munching on my nuts, I wouldn't wake up. What?
Well, he was paralyzed from the waist down, so he didn't feel it. He saw the blood on the dog's
felt the heat, he said.
Well, he said he felt the burning sensation.
Yeah.
Probably to the region where his feeling is, so the nerves were dead where his nuts were.
Wow.
But you still, they're still connected. So where he was able to start feeling, that's where he felt the burning sensation in his midsection, which was actually one of his nuts in the dog's throat.
Well, Michelle says, he's paralyzed. He didn't eat his nuts anyway. Well, yeah.
Who knows? He could have been doing kinky things with the dog and having the dog do his little servicing for him, and the dog was like, "Well, I'm ready to service you now. Wake the fuck up! Wake up!"
HGG's a bad dog. Yeah. And the Saibuki says, "Holy nut job, Batman." And he could have fallen asleep with peanut butter on his balls.
You never know. Or a milk bone. Well, now he's just got milk. He got no more bone.
Yeah, maybe for the first time in his life he had an erection. Poor dog ate it all. He
didn't even know it.
He didn't even know it. You never know now. Anyway, dogs always lick before they chew, don't they? Exactly, Michelle.
They sniff first, then they lick,
I'm telling you.
Then they chew. So he might have taught him how to sniff and lick, and then finally the dog said, "Well, screw you, I'm going to chew now."
Michelle says probably the first thing he felt in a long time. Yeah, he's lucky he didn't bleed to death. And, good morning, Rocco. We're talking on your subject here. Cats go for the eyes after death. Yeah. I bet he does have a higher pitched voice now. Oh my God! Maybe he spread mail. Oh, you guys are really going off on this story, yeah?
My subject. Tell him. Rocco says wants to know what the subject is.
Oh, Rocco. You just got here.
Yeah. No, he knows what we're talking about.
Oh, well.
He's got one ball left. Too much. He only ate one nut. Well, that just goes to show you when you go to sleep, make sure you close your door.
Yeah. And if not, the dog will either eat your balls off.
Or shit somewhere.
Or shit in the room. So,
or even in a food bowl.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, exactly. Dog ate a man's nut. Today on Oprah, a man gets his testicle eaten by a dog. Yeah. Anyway, that's funny as hell. Thank you, Ed, for such a wonderful topic.
I got this story here. One of our chatters sent us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love this one too. The DEA to pay $4.1 million to man left in holding cell. Daniel Chong was mistakenly left in an interrogation room for 5 days in 2012 after a DEA raid. A college student mistakenly left in a DEA interrogation room for 5 days will receive $4.1 million from the government in a settlement in advance of a lawsuit. The settlement was announced Tuesday in San Diego by the student Daniel Chong, 25, and his lawyer Eugene Iredale. It was an accident, a really bad, horrible accident, said Chong, who added that he now suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. Wonder what he did for 4 days. Should have had that dog with him. Would have kept him busy.
Yeah, well.
The bizarre event in April 2012 began when Chong, he was an engineering student at UC San Diego, went to a house near campus to smoke marijuana with friends and found himself swept up in a DEA raid. After being questioned briefly at the DEA facility in San Diego, he was told he would be released, but for reasons that remain unclear, he was left for 5 days in a 5-by-10-foot windowless room without food, water, or a toilet facility. I'm sure he pissed on the floor. Where you gotta go, you gotta go.
Wow.
He suffered hallucinations and was forced to drink his own urine to survive.
It's only 4 freaking days. Come on.
He screamed for help, fearing he would die. He broke his glasses and scrawled the message, "Sorry, Mom," on his arm. When he was discovered by DEA employees, he was covered in his own feces and severely dehydrated. He was rushed to a hospital close to kidney failure and breathing difficulties. He spent 5 days in the hospital. Days later, a top DEA official apologized to Chong. Oh, he's so sorry.
So sorry.
And ordered an extensive view of DEA procedures. I extend my deepest apologies to the young man and want to express that this event is not indicative of high standards that I hold my employees to, said William R. Sherman, who was acting special agent in charge of DEA San Diego Division. No charges were filed against Chong, whose attorney had said he intended to file a $20 million lawsuit against the federal government.
Well, good luck with that one.
And you heard it first.
Heard it right here, so when he wins, whatever.
Whatever.
Enjoy the money.
Whatever.
By the way, there is another, on the other extreme, they either forget you that in a room for 4 days, where you have to eat your own feces and drink your own urine, or right here in Peach County, in Byron, residents are urged to stay inside because an inmate has escaped. Byron, Georgia, a Peach County inmate is on the run after he escaped from Byron officers Tuesday night. Jonathan Pettigrew was taken in for processing around 7:30 p.m. when he managed to get away. How the hell? How did that happen? Byron Police Department Lieutenant Brian Hunter is urging people to stay inside and be on the lookout. However, he does not believe Pettigrew is dangerous. Authorities describe the inmate as a skinny male, white male, with lots of tattoos. He was wearing an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs at the time of the escape. Hunter says officers are focusing the search area right around Byron Police Department. Officers are using a code red system to keep the community informed. And it doesn't really give a phone number where to call, but I call the Byron Police Department if you see a skinny white tattoo guy. He's got tattoos everywhere in like a shirt. It's like a shirt. It goes around his neck like this, and everything is tattooed.
I got a picture. Hold on.
Yeah, we got a picture. Yeah, let's look at this guy.
God damn it. Damn, he's ugly.
Yeah, really handsome guy.
Not that it really matters. Well, we do have some people local that are watching. This is the man himself.
Oh, boy. All right, well, we'll bring him up in a minute. You heard about the guy that, the multi-millionaire, there he is. Anybody see that guy, make sure you let somebody know. There you go.
How about that? How about that?
Wow. That is one ugly dude. He looks sad. Look at his eye.
He looks sad. Oh.
He looks like a sad little dog ready to go rabbit on you. By the way, did you hear about a very sad story about the guy that the creator or co-creator of The Simpsons? He's dying and he's leaving all his money to charity. Sam Simon, the 58-year-old, 9-time Emmy Award-winning Simpsons co-creator who was recently diagnosed with terminal colon cancer, had decided to leave his entire fortune to charity. His post-Simpsons Credits also include Anger Management. That's the new show that has Charlie Sheen on it.
He
And
needs
the Drew
anger
Carey Show.
management.
Pardon?
I said Charlie Sheen needs anger management.
Yeah. That boy's really whacked out. And the Drew Carey Show. You guys remember that show. When he weighed about 300 pounds. The guy is as skinny as a rod now. The writer and producer admits that he doesn't even know the full amount of his wealth. And he continues to earn tens of millions of dollars on The Simpsons royalties every year. That show's going on, 22 years? It's been around a long time. I never really was a big Simpsons fan. Isn't that funny? I just never found it. I believe it started in the old, it was this Australian show, a young girl that used to be on. Remember her? Boy, I miss Derek. Derek knows all the shit.
I'm sorry.
Remember that show she used to be on? She used to say, go home. What the hell was her name? Somebody help me out here.
Yeah, somebody help me out here.
Tracy Ullman. Thank you, Bye. Knew I can count on you.
Oh, I never watched that show anyway.
That's where it started out, in the Tracy Ullman show. And it was really kind of like an in-between when she was going to go on commercial or some crap. Good morning, Zappa.
I hate being on camera anyway, so. Sorry, he's not downing me. Sorry, I'll down him later, so.
Irv, you don't put down your clothes. Who's putting down anybody?
No, because you said you wish Derek was here. I wish Derek was here, too.
Yeah.
I'd be on the other side of the room.
You think he likes doing this?
I like being...
He likes being over there.
I like putting Irving's head on top of somebody's body in a banana hammock. I'm good at photoshopping.
Yeah, he's good. He's good at photoshopping. He can do anything with Photoshop.
But by the way... Oh, go ahead, because I got a real good story with the video.
Good. Well, no, I'm just answering back. Rocco says, I got my Al Pacino cruising hat look. This is, first of all, it's a pilot's hat. From one of the planes that probably crashed. No, I'm just kidding. It's my pilot's hat. I figured, who knows? Well, I don't know. I was just thinking I'm the pilot this morning. Ed's my co-pilot. But really, Ed's the real pilot. And all I do is sit here and bullshit all day. So. Want to wear this hat?
You're good at that, too. I hate hats. I don't like hats. I got hats. I never wear them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm wearing a hat from the 70s movie Airplane. And soon we'll have OJ walking through the door.
Well, anyways, I got this story from Derek yesterday, so I want to go through it. Police caught on tape planting drugs in a black man's small business. 24-year-old Donald Andrews Jr. owns a small smoke shop in Scotia. The store sells incense and other smoking paraphernalia. Police became suspicious and sent an informant into his shop twice in March. I shall play the video now.
Oh, good. Play that video.
Play that funky
Yeah, they
music.
do keep the drugs all the time.
Good evening,
planting
Jim.
all the time.
The use of undercover informants is a common police technique used to bring charges against suspects not inclined to deal directly with cops. But often, the undercover agent is a shady character facing his own charges. That makes him motivated to give police what they want, whether the suspect has done something wrong or not. Donald Andrews Jr. operates a so-called smoke shop on Mohawk Avenue in Scotia. It sells incense and other smoking paraphernalia, legal stuff, but material that might also be repurposed for other illicit activities. Scotia and Schenectady County Police became suspicious and targeted Andrews' shop, sending an undercover informant in twice in March. The second time, Andrews' attorney, Kevin Rebrand, does play-by-play that appears to show the informant planting, then photographing crack cocaine that led to Andrews' arrest.
Donald turns, he comes in, places the crack on the counter, crack which under federal sentencing guidelines would get him 4 years in jail. Under New York state law would get him 2 to 7 years in jail.
There are 7 cameras in plain view in Andrews' small store. Here's a second clear angle.
He walks in, places the crack cocaine on the counter.
Motherfucker!
members of the Schenectady chapter of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference viewed the apparent framing of an African-American businessman and were outraged.
It was a setup, and I believe that he was racially profiled and targeted, and it would be easy for them to say that he was selling drugs because he was black.
Now, neither the Schenectady County Sheriff nor the Scotia Village Police Chief were available to be interviewed about the apparent planting of evidence. By phone, the sheriff acknowledged proper procedures were not followed, but denied his investigators purposely framed the suspect. The sheriff blamed the informant, who has taken flight. Andrews was arrested but released when he was able to get police to look at the multiple camera angles. He's taken the first step at filing a lawsuit and was not made available today by his attorney. Bill Lambton, News Channel 30.
I got kids and let me go. I got kids and responsibilities. Let me go. No, let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
Wait, Justine, come on.
I pressed the button.
Control.
I never pressed the button before.
416. We're coach 4. We've got enough units.
I had enough of you guys abusing me.
Won't you come wash away the rain, black hole sun? Won't you come? Won't you come?
Whole new meaning on that song lyric, Black Hole Sun. Scientists at NASA have given us some amazing images, and they've discovered there's actually an enormous dark hole over our sun. Corey Powell's editor-at-large, Discover Magazine, here to look at these images. Nice to see you, Corey.
Yeah.
What is this?
Weather map on the sun. You'll notice part of the sun is missing. So this is a picture of the sun in ultraviolet rays. What you're seeing is this is 3.5 million degree plasma erupting from the surface of the sun. This part that's missing, the reason it's dark, is that whole chunk of the sun basically ripped off, blew out, and is coming our way at about 2 million miles an hour.
Our way?
Our way.
That doesn't sound good.
Well, this kind of thing happens all the time, but you don't very often see something that big. So I'm going to go all Carl Sagan on you here for a second. So this is about 80 times as wide as the Earth. If you're looking at the Earth on this scale, it's about that large. So this is an incredible chunk of the sun that's flying out. What happens when it hits our planet, it causes auroras, it wiggles the magnetic field. The thing you really worry about is it can disrupt your GPS, it can mess with your communication satellites, it can mess with your power lines.
Is that like a solar flare? Or?
So these hot spots are where the things are really kind of intense and bubbling. This is where it's basically reached the point where it just kind of completely blew off. You're actually not seeing the hot gas here because it's no longer around the sun. It's coming into our face.
Did we ever know this before? Or did we not take note of it?
Well, it's really very recent that we've even been able to see these things, and so we kind of knew, there's this constant low-level thing, a few $1 million a year damages, more or less, just our solar satellites, power lines, things. We knew that the sun was messing with us, and we didn't exactly know why. Now you see why. And the real worry is, this is actually, believe it or not, this is a small one. This is a minor one.
Wow. Can you tell us what this means then?
So what this means is...
How about that?
Well, what it means is goodbye, everybody.
Adios, sayonara.
Nice night.
Time for looting and raping, pillaging and plundering while we can.
Well,
how about that woman in the court? They had to pick her up.
What happened there? That was funny.
She got
I'm
sentenced.
sorry, I laughed.
She got sentenced, and that basically what it was she didn't like
picking
the
her up
sentence.
like a doll. Wow, unbelievable. Anyway, she was flipping out. Yeah, and they were flipping her out.
Yeah, they flipped her, and oh my God.
All right, Rocco. Once again, you're trying to sabotage or trying to take over the show with your bullshit. Please do not engage people. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna mute you once again. Thank you. I keep saying it. This guy dealing with Rocco
I think maybe what you
is
need
like
to do
dealing with a spoiled brat.
We need to set a limit on how many mutes he gets.
Yeah, you're gonna get 3 mutes and you're gonna get banned. How's that?
Yeah, and then the next day we'll unban you. And
Exactly.
I mean, if you have fun doing it, you can do your 3 times and.
See, and he's a big
Go
baby.
your
He
own
doesn't
way.
even stick around. He wants to start something he can't finish. Keep telling him that. Don't come on the show and try to take over.
He's not there now.
Don't do a DC on me. Don't go there. Throw you out.
Yeah. Cut this shit.
Yeah, can the mods do that, Tim? The mods can only mute. The ban is up to Ed. Ed doesn't like to ban everybody. I don't, I'll ban you if you annoy the shit out of me, and we can unban you the next day. It's no big deal. It just try to prove a point. Try to take over the chat. Here, we're throwing out stories you guys could talk about, and you want to go off on your own freaking tangent, and it's always about race. Alright, so it's always about race, but we say that here. But the rules are no hate speech and no racist remarks. Let's stick to that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No. Razor Boy, try reading Rocco's full convo before you attack him. Nobody's attacking him. It's just that people know where he's going. We've been hanging around Rocco for a while. And I can't tell you how many times. I mean, he's called me an effing stinking Rican. Right here. I let him get away with it. Nobody needs that. It's in the morning. I'm still having my coffee. I'm going to hear some big fat slob screaming and making racist remarks. It's like living with my dad again. I'm not doing that. Okay, on to bigger and better things. We wasted so much time on this guy. It isn't funny. You're right. What else do we have, Ed? Do we have any other news? Well, we talked about that Pitts County inmate. He is gone. We put his picture up. Folks, if you see that ugly guy, don't ask him for a date. Also, kids are now pairing up with the police, by the way. See, they're not all bad guys. They're not all police are bad. Some of them are good guys. And here in Macon, you got some really cool guys. I know these guys. They're really cool cops. I like these guys. And they paired up with kids, and they bought them a bunch of backpacks. It's a tradition that dates back decades, and it's been going on here in Middle Georgia for the last 14 years. Thanks to the fraternal order police, underprivileged kids in the community get to shop with a cop 2 times a year. Not bad. The best part, their parents don't have to pay for it. Officers in the Macon Police Department, Bibb County Sheriff's Office, and GBI were all on hand Tuesday. They say events like these are totally worth it. When you see somebody grab you by the leg and hug you and tell you thank you, you've done a good deed, says the president of the FEOP, Danny Thickpen. I wonder. Is he related to the other Thickpen?
Oh, there's a lot of Thickpens. Popular name in the South.
It is.
I don't
In
know
the
if they got
South,
name.
ain't it funny?
Thickpen. It sounds like Pigpen.
Yeah, and it's a southern name. I wonder. Somebody said, "What's your last name?"
Pigpen.
The guy didn't have one. This is a history now. They didn't know their last name. They could have
Yoga
had
breath.
Sorry.
Some tree and
they said Thickpen when they looked at the pig pen. Because they couldn't pronounce pig. We don't know. Anyway, when we see... Okay, and
they
then...
probably didn't have their teeth. They were probably toothless.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thickpen.
Yeah.
I name you Thickpen.
Yeah. Exactly. Something like that. Who knows the history?
Yeah,
I wouldn't put it past making history. By the way, they do some other stuff, too. They do a Thanksgiving food drive and Christmas rolls. And anyway, the kids will hit the stores in another shopping spree. So they do some shopping sprees around here. What do you think of that, Chatters? That's a good outreach for kids. Since kids you know, if they raise their hands, you know, who likes the police? No, nobody's gonna raise their hand. The kids, they just are afraid of them, and so maybe this is a good way of building. Maybe this is a good way of building community.
Something like that,
right? After hearing 2 explosives made him work, and G. Williams looked inside to see a 20 by 5 eyeball outdoor and the Blue Rhino propane plant. Okay. I think I could use a new backpack, one of those bulletproof ones, and shopping spree too. Well, yeah, you remember that? They put out a bulletproof backpack for kids now.
How about that?
Freaking. Right after Newtown. Everything happened after Newtown. Screw all the other events that happened. All those older kids, they didn't really care. Everybody really freaked out with the little babies. Killed. Before that, they were college kids.
Well, I got one here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is back home in Georgia. How about this?
Yeah.
Who we got out there? The Walking Dead freaks. I love the show.
Do you?
Yeah. I am hooked on. I can't wait for that show to come back. And they may be filming and making this season.
Well, there is one actor that's on there who lives in Macon. He's a Macon actor. Go ahead.
Oh, who is it? I don't know.
Yeah. I met him in where they do the tattoos now. You know, downtown by Doughboy upstairs.
Is it that guy?
I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, there may be that guy. There isn't. No, I think he's more like. He looks like that guy who came out of jail in Byron. He looks like that.
Okay.
Can't remember his name.
Anyways, a Mississippi woman who police say was going through a mental breakdown drove from Saucier to Georgia looking for her man. On Saturday, Melody Lynch, 32, of Saucier, cooked breakfast for her husband, packed their 3 children into the car, and drove to Georgia in search of the Walking Dead actor Norman Reedus. Anybody who doesn't know, that's Daryl.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Daryl on the show. That's his name on the show.
Okay.
According to the release, her car ran out of gas early Sunday morning on an interstate in West Point, Georgia. She flagged a car down and gave her kids to a complete stranger and told the motorist to take them to the police department, said Captain Robert Foley of West Point Police Department. Foley said the motorist took the children to the West Point Police Department and then showed police where the kids were picked up. That's where they found Lynch. She told police she was going to Atlanta to see the filming of The Walking Dead. The TV show is filmed around Senoia, Georgia, about 40 miles away from where Lynch ended up. After getting in touch with the husband back in Mississippi, police took her and the children between ages of 6 and 10 years old to a shelter in LaGrange, Georgia. Sunday evening, Lynch left with her children at the shelter to go for a walk around. Sunday evening, Lynch left her children at the shelter to go for a walk around 8 p.m. LaGrange police received a burglary in progress call from a neighbor who observed a woman take a chair from her backyard and use it to break the window of a vacant house. When police responded, they found Lynch in the house, sweating profusely. Lynch told police she broke into the house because she thought she left her children there and was confused when she could not find them. By this time, Lynch's husband had arrived from Mississippi and was on his way back with the children when he received a call from LaGrange police. Police took Lynch to the hospital for treatment and evaluation. According to the police report, she stated she lived in Mississippi and on the way to visit Norman. I asked her who Norman was. She said that was her man, and she was in Georgia to see him. I asked her for his last name and where he lived, and she said that his name was Norman Reedus, and she was unaware of what city. She hasn't been charged yet due to her mental condition. Man, you know.
Wow, now who is she? She's married.
She's some woman.
Some
woman who's in love with the actor.
Wow. Of Walking Dead. Maybe she gets off on all that blood coming out of his mouth. Or the morbid look. You know, pretty women love and like ugly guys. You ever notice that?
Well, maybe, you know, they like ugly guys because they like ugly guys. Or maybe they like ugly guys because they got money.
Yeah. Well, You know, Plastic, I agree with you. I can't watch shows like that. I saw an episode of The Walking Dead where the guy is beating the zombie with like his axe and just like chopping blood splurting all over it. And I say, people are crazy. They like to look at this shit. They like to look at morbid, massacring, horrible blood. They love to see the throat slit. They love to see a guy's getting his head blown off. They love to see somebody getting bashed with a rock.
Well, the only way
that's what this show is about.
You can't kill a zombie unless you kill a brain. So that's
yeah, exactly. Well, that's why they go for the head. And the problem that I have with that is, first of all, I'm not a big fan of horror movies. I don't know what it is.
Horror movies? Jane Fonda movies?
Like all those movies where people get killed and bloodied to death. I mean, I watch one like The Hills Have No Eyes. Well, The Hills Have Eyes, right? Yeah, they have eyes. Which is about these freaks that hide in the woods and then they chop up everybody dies in that film. Except, of course, the bad guys. I just don't get it. I don't get why people enjoy shit like that. There was one movie called Ghost Ship. Remember Ghost Ship?
Yeah.
And here I am, I swear to God, I'm really young when I saw this. It was just when it came out. And a little bit after, about a year and a half after. And here I am, I'm eating my lunch. I'm eating a sandwich, as usual. And all of a sudden, the movie starts and I'm watching, and the wire cuts through everybody on the ship, remember that? Yeah. That left me freaking traumatized. I swear to God, I had to put down the sandwich, and I was like, oh, I can't watch this. This is too... Well, the little girl dancing with the old man, like, fell over. Oh, it was so horrible.
Well, look at you, when you're driving down the road and there's an accident, everybody's looking to see... People want to see blood and guts. Blood and guts sells.
I know, but okay. Michelle asked me earlier, it is fake. Why were you traumatized? I think it was too realistic. I mean, you really have to fight to realize, oh shit, this is fake.
How old were you? How old?
I was about, I don't remember, 12, somewhere 13, maybe a little older. But it was freaky. Yeah, they make him so realistic. It's like, do you really like to watch that? There was a movie called Five Fingers of Death, if anybody remembers that. That was back in the 70s. Some of that stuff they claim was real. That they really murdered people on film. Yeah.
Well, we got to break
Faces of Death. Oh, I thought it was Five Fingers of Death.
Well, there's also a movie called Five Fingers of Death.
I think that's a Chinese.
Faces of Death is where they show, like, breaking open a monkey's head and picking out his brain and eating it. You know.
Oh, it's mostly fake. But weren't there some real ones? Some real. His faces, not traces of death. Oh, yeah, some. You see, there was some. Who wants to watch that? Being traumatized. And that's the problem I have with horror movies. They just make them too realistic. It's almost like, what was this director thinking? So many people missing. You never know. He's a mad serial killer becomes a director. It's not unheard of, I guess. Right? Never know.
You never know.
They just make it too realistic.
Yeah, I could be a serial killer too.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, we got a break.
We got a break.
Yeah,
oh, God, we're 7 minutes over. You see, that's why we need Ed over there. Keeps track of time.
All right, y'all. We're going to break now. We appreciate y'all watching us. Stick around. Weather.
Oh, the weather.
It's cloudy.
It's cloudy as hell, and I'm all sticky. Yeah. Actually, I got the weather over here. Let me see. Here we go. The weather, it is 85 degrees, and the low will be 71. And it looks like it's got this little cloud here with lightning strike. So I guess there's thunderstorms on its way. It'll be today and tomorrow, actually. On Friday is 93 and partly sunny. Saturday 95 and Sunday 96, and it looks like it's gonna be sunny with some little clouds around. There you go.
All right.
Got your 5 day. What else do you want? We'll be back.
The most significant for Bradley Manning, found not guilty on the charge of aiding the enemy. I think it's very interesting because the prosecution had made the case that the information, some of it at least, most likely wound up in the hands of Al-Qaeda. They had made the case that even Osama bin Laden, his files, his material was shown to have included, they believe, some of the information from WikiLeaks, the basis for his information having aided the enemy. The Pentagon had tried to make the case from the beginning that Bradley Manning's leaks harmed national security, that people could have been harmed by it, that people could have even died from his leaks of information. We will learn more about the judge's reasoning behind finding him not guilty of aiding the enemy, but it looks at this point like not all the points the prosecution tried to make on that were listened to by the judge. Make no mistake, however, Bradley Manning found guilty on other charges, found guilty of downloading classified information and illegally giving it to the public. Wolf?
Well, let's bring Eugene Fidel, the professor of military law, our legal analyst, into this conversation. Are you surprised, Professor Fidel, that he was found not guilty of charge number 1, giving intelligence to the enemy through indirect means?
I'm not really surprised. I was trying to figure out what was more likely, and I think that was slightly more likely than a conviction. But remember, the burden of proof in a court-martial, just like a regular criminal case in the civilian courts, is proof beyond a reasonable doubt. That's a very, very substantial undertaking by the government. And a lot of cases that can survive a motion, in other words, a motion to dismiss, or in the military, motion for finding it not guilty, as this charge did, don't make it to the finish line. So is it surprising? I'm sure it's a pleasant surprise to Private Manning, we'll put it that way.
All right.
Now this is cool as shit.
Check it out.
It's the Summer Noodle Bar.
Professor Jack Ellis wants to put it between Macon and Atlanta. That would be a good way of transporting.
They might have cut that part out on this
rail.
one. So
that was very interesting, Ed. You find all these freaking videos. My God, how do you do it? I guess he's searching all around.
I got a brain. You know,
That was yeah. With that guy on there, I have to say, he was in for a ride when he started, didn't he?
Hell yeah. And
I mean, that was
going
what?
back.
That was about how many miles? What would you say? I mean, you're talking mountainside and
Oh, he probably went about 2-3 miles.
about 2 or 3
about
miles.
45 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, it has too much time on my hands.
That's true. Yeah, that you know, that's a true statement.
I have a lot of. I research.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. He brings an element to the show that we wouldn't have had otherwise.
Well, I mean, look, a couple weeks ago, people fell for the Jackie Chan dying.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
then the other day
I
was,
put that out.
Yeah, and Peyton Manning supposedly got into a car accident, both his legs broken. You know, Ed posts nakies of himself.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Ed's gonna go there. You never know. Maybe he does have too much time on his hands.
Yeah, no, I do. I got too much freaking.
But no, that was great. And do you know the specs on that? Where was that from? Where was that taken? Do you know?
It was somewhere in Australia.
Australia?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. Well, I should send you my daughter's video where she gets a Monster High doll for her birthday. Yeah, or send us pictures. Can't. Yeah. Any of you guys have videos you want to show on the show? Send them. We'll look at them and we'll put them on. We'll make you all start.
Well, I got to look at them first before I.
I know. Well, send them to Ed.
We don't want to get.
Put it on Ed's Facebook page as a message, and let Ed deal with it. Maybe leave you on a cutting room floor, or he'll put you on.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah. Nikal, make sure you take pictures of Rocco's funeral. Oh, who's gonna get up, Ed? My brother Ed. Good sir. I'm the pilot. I have to keep steering the ship. If not, we're gonna crash. Anyway. So,
one more time, please.
Rocky Creek and Pionono.
Oh my God! Look who it is, Anthony Howard. Brother Ant, what's going on?
Down the street from you guys. I'm right here at Rocky Creek and Pionono.
Wow, Pionono. That's named after that Catholic priest or some shit, right?
Tell him to come and get on the show.
Oh, Pion.
Take my place.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Standing
Pionono.
That's right, Don.
I'm not working the streets tonight.
Oh, good. Well, if you're here on Pionono, get your ass over here to the show. Derek's not here. Ed and I are casting, and you can get over here and do the show.
I gotta put his sign around for a little bit first.
Yeah. But it's already 9:18.
Right. Where's Derek?
Derek, he wants to be a deputy. He wants to be Deputy Droop-Along. He's taking a test for the sheriff.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So get your ass over here.
Maybe later.
I hate the maybe. You know what maybe turns out to be with you? People got to know that. You're a mayor that if you say maybe, it ain't going to happen.
Well, you can't spell mayor and maybe without M-A-Y.
Oh, that's true. Maybe that's what they are, a bunch of maybe guys. Maybe we'll have prosperity. Hey, I like your penny post.
When do we go on lunch?
Yeah, we ought to show that, but we're only going to show that if you get your ass over here.
I'll come by after I do this here.
Okay, so what time do you think?
I don't know, I guess maybe about 10:15.
Okay, good. Well, do 10 o'clock. That way we can finish off the last hour of the show. We'll have you back on when we can take us at the end of our second break.
All righty.
All right, see you at 10 o'clock. There you have it, folks.
Aye.
Anthony B. Harris.
There he is. There he is on the left.
There he is. And he'll be by. Of course, he got a little bit skinnier now.
Yeah, he did lose a little bit of weight, didn't he?
Ah, well. Yeah, I miss having him around. You know, his energy, even though we disagreed all the time. All the time. We disagreed. But it's just like a marriage. You either tolerate it or you accept it.
Nigga Al says, Ed, run to the store for more smokes. Well, actually, I got to go convert a couple more videos. So I will be off
Hydro.
camera,
Hydro, how do you know, Hydro? Hydro is good. Hey, Hydro, do we know each other? Like, do you live in Macon? Ed's stealing all the Captain Oil smoke. Yeah, I can see him reaching up.
Well, there must be a big delay. That was like 3 minutes ago.
I know, he's already halfway down. But I'll steal one of my own.
No, you can have the rest of this one. I gotta go in there. So.
Oh, okay. What the hell? There we go. I get it. All of Ed's germs and all that shit come together. Anyway, Ed...
I actually thought about running for mayor. I really did, but then I said, you know what? There's no way you're going to change this town. If I was to run for mayor, okay, first thing I would do is, the biggest problem in Macon is law enforcement and the public, okay?
Don't get along.
They don't get along. You need to do is you need to bring law enforcement. And watch Anthony steal my idea now. Yeah, I'm from Connecticut. But I am a Yankee.
I am familiar with Hillcrest and Bartlett Street in Macon. What's up? Manny, you live around there? Don't give your address. One of these nutcases may go to your house.
Anyways, as I was saying, you know, they should have these meetings where the cops go into different neighborhoods.
Well, that's what they're doing.
Instead of trying to be, you know, big shots and, you know, throw their weight around, you know, get friendly with the neighborhood, get friendly with the public. That way, and something does happen, people aren't going to be afraid to, you know, play witness or something. I didn't see nothing because, you know, they're afraid of the cops more than they are the gang leaders.
The gangbangers, yeah, I know. And anyway, yeah, but that's what they're doing with these, you know, buying them book bags and trying to build a camaraderie with the kids. I think that's important. I mean, you're never going to be able to get them. It really is a problem. The police have to wear two hats now. They have to be kind of like a friend, and they're going to be to the criminal a foe. So a friend and a foe.
Yeah, that's where the Allman Brothers are from. Well, we got a lot of bands that are from here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Most of Southern rock, Molly Hatchet, you know, the Allman Brothers, and we do, like I said yesterday, we have a lot of talented musicians here that are not getting out there to make their music.
Yeah. No, not the Allman Brothers. The Allman
Brothers.
Yeah. That how we sound? Allman Brothers put Macon on the map. Yes, they did.
Well, it all depends on what you're into. Okay, Little Richard, James Brown,
and James Brown. Well, James Brown was from Augusta, but he celebrated his funeral, I believe.
Oh, we got a James Brown Memorial Bridge.
But he used to come here. I know. James Brown, Little Richard, Otis Redding, of course. Yeah, Otis Redding is like, you know, sitting on the dock of the bay, even though it wasn't even here. It was in California.
Well, no, he wasn't even sitting. He was sitting on a houseboat when he wrote that song.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he was sitting on a houseboat, dreaming of sitting on the dock of the bay. But yeah, the music, the soul of music is really from this area here. This is the original Music City, USA.
Yeah.
Nashville's become very, very commercialized. You know, getting in the music industry.
Okay, Lord of Lycans, I stand corrected. James Brown was from Valhalla, but I thought he was from Augusta. Maybe Al Sharpton is from Augusta. No, Al Sharpton's from New York. But, yeah, I mean, we got a lot of history here. The problem is that they really do celebrate all the dead guys, you know. And Little Richard was run out of town. So there's this hangover that Little Richard has, which I don't blame him, against Macon. He comes here, his mother still lives here, so he comes into town. Now he's in a wheelchair, and the last time that he was here, he was given some honorary degree out of Mercer University.
Well,
but,
what about you know?
Wet Willie was from here as well.
Talking about the other day, you know, about Otis Redding and
Yeah.
Bo Ponder.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
They didn't want to give Bo the contract.
I know.
Because Otis, you know, Otis was worried about his, you know,
well,
security.
Well, Alan Walden, who was the owner of the Capricorn Records, and he's the one that signed Otis Redding out of Stax, of which our friend Newton Collier, who's been on here, I don't know if Newt's on this morning, but Newton is usually on here. And all these guys, there's a lot of history in Macon. And I don't think that Macon is really taking its music industry serious enough like it used to.
Well, because it's the people that are in charge.
Right.
Okay, if Jack Ellis, I mean, I'm just saying, if Jack Ellis was still here, the Hall of Fame, they would still be here.
Yeah.
You know, but I just wanted to get into a video that I got here because, you know, we were talking about...
I did want to make, Manny says, Little Richard fired his guitars because he was hogging all the limelight and getting all the girls to watch him instead of Little Richard. His guitars with Jimi Hendrix. Really? No kidding. There you go. Thank you, Michelle.
Keep going.
What did Rocco do now? Anyway,
I got
Michelle, I leave it on you. You deal with Rock.
She did. She muted her. Yeah. Anybody counting? How many times?
Anyway, so Rocco, stay on. You're only muted for 5 minutes. After that, just take a breather. Yeah. Anyway,
that was number 2.
Oh, it was. All right. Well, we're getting close, Rocco. Don't put this on me now.
I have the video though from the Douglas.
Oh,
the Johnny
guys,
Douglas tribute.
Guys, we're gonna.
Newton.
We use it for the break. No,
I'm playing now.
You want to play now, guys? Check this out. This is what we saw together. It was Anthony and his wife. It was Derek and myself. Jack Ellis was there. And Newton Collier at the Douglas Theater.
Well, Newton had to be there.
Yeah,
Newton was on stage.
Newton. But you guys are going to love this tape because the music is awesome.
Well, the singer is Bo Ponder.
Right.
Okay, from locally from here.
Yeah.
And the man could have gone places, but Otis Redding stopped that.
Right. This is the guy. Okay.
He threw a fit. And that don't sign Bo Ponder. The man still got a lot of talent, and you'll see.
Newton, his talent.
Newton will be on stage, and he'll be playing. It's a MIDI wind instrument, like a little MIDI trumpet, like a Yamaha WX7.
Yeah. It looks like a cross between a trumpet and a clarinet.
Right. It's electronic. Yeah. But anyways, hey, we're gonna play this video right now.
Check this video out, folks. If you missed it, that's on you. I think you'll like this.
That's my brother. Let's get up with Charlie Dillon from the Finesse Man. I heard Jordan. Now we're gonna do this song. We got Otis in the house. Otis, he was. You know, Otis was the lead singer for Johnny Jenkins, right?
There's Newton on the right. You're welcome. You're welcome,
That was
AGT.
a great as the old Ed Sullivan would say,
a really great shoe tonight. All right.
Really
now you got our
great
ugly mugs here. But talking
That was
about
great. Thank you, Ed.
the history of music in Macon, George Jackson Bro Adams Jr.
Yeah.
Now the people know who this guy is.
Oh, yeah.
He is. He and his mother opened up the Adams Lounge. This is where Otis played.
Right.
Earth, Wind and Fire played.
Right.
James Brown played there. I've been out there. And the ballroom, I mean, it's just collecting cobwebs. I was working with Jose in the Lost City of Music, Macon, which
Macon Scarioca.
Still waiting to find out when that's going to be completed.
Right.
You know, his little documentary. It's called The Lost City of Music Macon. It's a documentary about Macon and its music roots. But George,
and you can pick that up on their Facebook page, Lost City of Macon. They're on Facebook.
Well, I was over at Adams Lounge, which is way out there in Jones County.
Okay.
I was there with I was actually there with David Cousineau. Okay.
Okay.
And
David Cousineau is one of the candidates running for mayor in Macon.
Was I with David? I don't remember if I was. Well,
It was
anyway,
probably David.
But anyways,
Guys around everywhere.
they were interviewing George Adams, and you know, this was what, about a year and a half, 2 years ago. But that place, you know, it's a little, it's just rundown. The little bar in
They
front,
usually are.
and you walk through this hall, and you got this big banquet hallway with a stage.
Wow.
And just to think of all the history, all the people that have been in there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like nobody's even heard of.
Well, what happened to
that place.
George?
Well, he was 92 years old. He passed away. He was born in Bradley, Georgia, and
Passed away this Saturday, huh?
Yep. And
July 27, 2013.
he was the first African American sheriff in Jones County,
Wow.
Georgia. He was also the proprietor and manager of the popular Adams Lounge in Macon. And then, of course, he's got survivors of his children, you know, they've already had the viewing and everything. But I saw this the other day, and I forgot to give it to you guys.
Yeah.
But
Well,
George
this isn't
will
that
be
old.
missed.
It happened Saturday.
Yeah. Well, you know, but it's already going to be the first tomorrow. So
Yeah.
we do have a lot of roots of music here in Macon.
You know, tell us a little bit about him. Read the story. It's not that long.
Well, no, this is just personal stuff. I'll go ahead and I'll get the actual story I was looking for.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice little story. It tells you the history and all that. But anyway, yeah.
No, that's his obituary.
Yeah, but it had information.
No, it
on
didn't have anything.
Just so people know who the hell he is besides the name.
What's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. Anyway, guys, listen up. I'm my own. Listen up, guys. Once again, do I have to go there? You guys are going back and forth, getting off subject. We were talking about Mr. Adams. He owned a small lounge where Otis Redding and some other artists here in Macon, Georgia performed. And he just passed away on Saturday. Just for those of you who have been keeping up and not been sidetracked by all this chatter. Anyway, so this man, he's still trying to find all this information. Can we just go back to that obituary? It said a lot. Just so that people know what the hell we're talking about.
No, it was just all his relatives. That's it.
Yeah, I know. But George Jackson Bo Adams Jr., Macon, Georgia, funeral service of Joe Jackson Adams Jr. will be held at 2 p.m. on Saturday, which was this past week. In Adams Tabernacle, Pastor Willie Wright will officiate. Bishop Joseph Ridley will serve as eulogist. And the interment services will follow on Monday. So he was buried yesterday. And
No, this was
No,
last
no,
week.
this is, yeah.
week
Born in
and a half
Bradley,
ago.
Georgia. Mr. Adams was the first African-American sheriff, right?
That's all just his...
And then, oh, yeah, okay, I see.
That's not a story. That's just
Yeah.
his obituary.
All right.
I said, keep him
He's
going.
survived.
and
He's
let me
got a
find
lot
the
of
story.
fame.
Let me find the real story.
Anyway. See, and these are the legends that were forgotten in Macon, and that they haven't really ever promoted. And, you know, these people serve their community, and it's just like what happened with Newton Collier and many of these other great Southern inspirationalists that never got credit. And, of course, Little Richard didn't put up with it. And it took Jack Ellis to bring James Brown back. He did a free concert right in downtown Macon. So maybe we could go back to that, because I think Macon, that's the one thing that Macon is really underselling. It's its musical history. It is and was the Southern, it was a country music capital, or Southern music capital of the world.
Music City, USA is what
Music City.
They went for Music City, USA.
And somehow it became Cherry Blossom. I mean, I don't mind the Cherry Blossom. Kind of nice to have the Cherry Blossom. But really, we're all about music. We have so many great talent. Exactly. The Hall of Fame was in Macon. Steckley won. It was in Macon. But they didn't have the heart to keep it. Not only that, they had two organizations running it. I mean, come on. They completely screwed that up. And so now you go to a McDonald's and you find some of the stuff that was probably in that museum in that McDonald's.
All right, here we go. I got the story.
Yeah, okay, he's got the story.
I got it.
It's
I finally
ridiculous.
got it. You got to give me time to work on this.
Yeah.
Let me bring the picture up.
Yeah. Gonna show you the picture.
This is a picture from the bar. It's where you walk in, there's a bar, and then you go through a little door.
Yeah.
Which, okay, if you look behind George's head, that's him on the right. Through that door, it was where the ballroom was. Okay.
Wow.
All right, the story credits go to Brad Evans of the 11th Hour. Macon lost another good one this week as George Adams, the man behind the bar at the coolest bar in Macon, passed away at 92 years old. Adams Lounge was started in 1949 by George's mother, Sally Adams, and played host to some of America's best music in over 5 decades. James Brown, B.B. King, Clarence Carter. You know who Clarence Carter is, right?
Yeah. He's
what's that song he did?
Huh?
Clarence Carter.
I know the name, but what? Remind me, Jesus.
Let me finish the story. And just about everyone who traveled the famed Chitlin Circuit stopped by the stage there at Adams over the years. The place hadn't changed much. The old star on the stage where all those great singers stood was still there. An old Pepsi-Cola cooler kept some of the coldest beers in town stocked. Cast iron skillets were still oiled down in the kitchen from many a late night fish fry. Handwritten signs telling you to pull your pants up and to keep the cuss words down helped tell stories about that place. Adams was where you went after work if you actually had to work for a living, and nobody went to Adams unless George was there, sitting at the end of the bar in his chair, half asleep and always smiling.
Wow. Well, God rest his soul. Another good man.
I'll put the link up there so
Damn were the days. Thank you, too much. They've been renovating a lot of the old black theaters in the South. They just renovated the Hyperdome in Richmond, Virginia. Cool. I think, you know, here's the thing. I think George Collins said it best. He had this gig where he talked about the blues and jazz and where it came from. It came from the slaves in the South.
Yeah, Stroking. That was the name of the song.
Yeah,
I stroke it to the east and I stroke it to the west.
Wow.
I stroke it to a woman that I love best.
Yeah,
I be stroking.
Yeah, I know the song. You know, only a song in Macon, Georgia could be written about a topic like stroke. So much to do here. Anyway. And that wasn't a pretty sight. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. But well, that'll wind up on the editing floor. Anyway.
Yeah, it's true. I have the power to do that.
Yeah, you do. By the way, Rowdy Dates, we might not want to talk about slave contributions. No, I'm just saying. You know, everybody gave to that music. Anyway, George Carlin, another great comedian, talked about, you know, you guys were talking about how the Beatles and all that took a lot of the blues out, and they took it for themselves. They admit that they got it from the greats that were here in the U.S., but George Carlin made a joke about how dare white people try to sing a blues song. What do they have to be blue about? You know, anyway, it was funny. And I agree. You couldn't write it. Nobody could sing the way Billie Holiday sang her song when she was stoned on drugs and on heroin, I believe. And she sang those songs with such great depression and angst because it was real. She felt it. Yeah. Who knows? I leave that to God, ATT. I don't know. Yeah, he was blasphemous. A lot of people are blasphemous against God. I think he talks about the Holy Spirit. You can't blasphemize that. In other words, you can't say it doesn't exist. You say that's blasphemy. Even Jesus said, you can call me whatever you want, but when you blasphemize the Holy Spirit, say that it doesn't exist. Anyway, so back to the point of the story. What the hell was it?
You're talking about George Carlin?
Yeah, George Carlin, blasphemy.
You're talking about music.
Yeah, and you're right, Rudy. The best art is expressed through pain. I mean, I hate to put and kind of straddle the fence on this one, but a lot of the rap artists Nelly was on some CNN show, right? That Carol Burnett, whatever her name is, Erin Burnett, and they showed a video of that girl who was taken in by that crazy guy that just got like 977 sentences, and was it Michelle Stacy? It's one of them. And he had her on stage, and she's dancing around. He gave her some time on the mic. She talked to the audience, and then next thing you know, Erin Burnett brings up the fact that the guy behind her that was dancing and like grinding her back on stage. This is on a Nelly concert. The girl that was kidnapped for 10 years. The one that broke out. The one that came out of the door. That she was being grinded by this guy, and the guy's kissing her on her neck. And next thing you know, she's like asking Nelly, you know, is that something that you really want to... You know, you promote a lot of music against women and this and that. And Nelly says that an artist, this very same thing that is said, that somebody said here, that an artist is best when he does through pain. I'm not sure if that's the same thing. Calling women bitches and hoes and
They do in the songs.
And, you know. Good morning, Norchak. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah.
Well, I got a story here.
All right, we got another story. Anyway, just a thought, you know, anybody out there that's not all distracted by something else, if you heard what I said, I mean, yeah, artists are allowed to express their feelings even through pain, but sometimes I think artists do it just to get fame. Who cares whether it's good or bad? I'm going to put it out there because it's bad. It's going to make somebody angry. It's like horror movies. Who wants to sit there and watch that? Women are always bitches and hoes. And drug money and guns. And big chains. That remind me of the chains of the slave trade. It's almost like they use all these negative symbols. Trying to make a point. You know, not only is it disrespectful to women, but even guys. I mean, I'm sure there are some guys that have sisters out there that are going, this ain't cool. I wouldn't want my sister hanging around with that guy. Even if it is Nelly.
Who's
Sorry,
Nelly?
Ed. Go ahead, Ed.
Put me asleep, Herb.
What the hell? Ed's always asleep.
Yeah. No, here you go. How about this, okay?
All right, go ahead, Ed.
The people we entrust to make us safe. Their job is to keep air travelers safe in the wake of the September 11th, 2001 attacks. But just how good of a job are they doing? TSA employee misconduct of 26% in 3 years, and we got a video we're going to play.
There we go.
Everything from forgery, sexual misconduct, to physical fighting and using abusive language.
There's not even a way to properly report some of the offenses, so this may just be the tip of the iceberg of some of the offenses.
Offenses like Michael Arata, a TSA screening supervisor at New Jersey's Newark Airport, who admitted accepting bribes and kickbacks from a coworker who stole money from passengers at checkpoints. At Orlando International, a screener pleaded guilty to federal embezzlement and theft charges for stealing more than 80 laptops and electronics valued at $80,000. And at New York's...
Okay. That video got fucked up, but you get the idea. And I'll tell you the rest of the story here.
Tell us the story.
Yep. Those are the people that we're supposed to trust. I don't trust anybody.
I don't trust anybody. I'm sorry. You know,
I'm gonna just
tell that to that kid that was molested by that priest. Trust anybody.
Here's the article. Y'all can read the whole thing.
Yeah, read the article. Who cares? So, TSA is a runaway band of egos. They've been given too much power and it went to their head. Yeah, you're right. And again, I mean, NSA, TSA, anything with an S in it. Means suckers.
Why do you... What?
Taking suckers, something. Help me out here, guys.
What?
TSA.
TSA.
Yeah.
Transportation Safety Administration.
Yeah, well, let's play with those letters for a minute. Think about it. Anyway, so,
well, you can raise your engine and you can have SAT. Like I sat on my ass all day and got paid for my job while I went through people's luggage and stole shit.
It happens every day, Ed.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. When I lived in Fort Lauderdale, my friend worked for, I can't remember the initials. You know, the people that clean up the planes and shit and do the baggage. He told me stories of people going through their bags. This was 25 years ago. Going through people's bags, stealing bags of marijuana, pipes and shit. I mean, who's going to report, oh, my bags, somebody stole the marijuana out of my suitcase while it was on your plane. So it just goes to show you that shit's been going on for a long time.
I know. But, you know,
can't trust anybody.
The thing is with these TSA guys, look at what happened to me, okay? I'm getting on a plane going to California. for some job when I first got here in Macon, Georgia. I got it downtown at the Underground in Atlanta, and that company that cleans the Underground, believe it or not, housekeeping. I was put in as a manager at the Underground for about a week, and then they shipped me off to California for about 2 weeks. And when I was there, it was horrible. What's the point I'm trying to make, Ed? What?
I'm trying to...
Oh,
I don't know, Irv.
Anyway.
I'm trying
You're
to get
a what? We're all days. You know, here, man. I have to say, the chatters could really get me distracted. So much shit going on out there in the world. Yeah, I'm putting it to sleep. You guys are putting me to sleep, and then I'm putting it to sleep. Yeah. Thank you, Plastic. What else is there? Oh, the TSA. Okay, so now I'm getting on the plane going to California. And I have this beautiful lighter that I just bought for $10. It was what they call a pipe lighter. So it actually lit up on the side as opposed to the top. It's made out of steel. It was beautiful. Freaking TSA guy said, "Oh, you can't take this on the plane." And he lights it up in my face like, wow, nice. He said, "I gotta confiscate this." And he took my freaking $10 lighter. I know he took it home. I know he took it home. That's what I think of TSA. They're a bunch of thieves. They look through your shit and then they'll say, "Oh, that can get on the plane." But sir, it's my very expensive $100 cream lotion that I put on. No. Looks like bomb material. Sorry. Yeah. They take your stuff, is what I'm trying to say. They'll take your lighters, they'll take your... They said no more ban on knives. No. The ban is on again. Yeah, that's how they make their money. They sell all those knives back to a knife store. Make extra cash. Yeah, make quick change.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah, okay. I was just sending a message back.
Right, sorry. Just went off on the NSA.
Yeah, well, you know, Rocco, if you're out there, whoever you're under, and you come back, you're not going to get muted this time. You're going to get banned. And, you know, we might be nice enough to unban you tomorrow, but let's play and get along with everybody and cut the shit.
Why can't we all get along?
Yeah.
We're going to beat you pretty like they did Rodney King. Somebody said that. They beat him to good looking.
Well, you want to talk about beating?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a story. Let me see if I
Welcome back, Shania, 1976. Okay, Manny says, I had my suitcase open going to the Bahamas and they sold 3 pairs of my dress short pants. Really? Terrible. So what was their excuse? You were the underwear bomber? That is crazy. Anyway, I got some other news stories. I'll bring something up here. We're going to go local, folks.
Loco. We're going loco.
Loco. Okay. We talked about, let me see. Our deputy superintendent is leaving Bibb County. That's a big deal. Griffin Zebert is leaving Bibb County Schools. One of Bibb County School District deputy superintendents is packing up and moving back to her home state. Deputy Superintendent of School Improvement and Redesign, Suzanne Griffin Zebert, is heading to Minnesota to serve as the Chief Academic Officer of Minneapolis School System. Wonder how good she's going to do there. Say, I don't know if she did such a good job here. That's what That was my first question that I posed to Miriam Parrott. What about the education? How's that going to run under consolidation? Most families choose the place they're going to live in based on the school. I think Macon, as a whole, forgets that. Most people pick the area that they're going to live in based on the school. Those are families. People with kids. Think about it.
Now, Eve, we're okay on stories. Don't worry about it. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Jones.
We got stories.
Yeah, I mean, listen up, folks, what I'm talking about. This is very important for those of you around the world. If you decide to ever want to move somewhere, you want to make sure the school system is okay. For many reasons, besides the fact that maybe you don't have kids. But who the hell wants to live around a school with a bunch of rowdy kids and little gangbangers to be? And kids that are wayward. Think about it.
Send them to the school where the teachers carry the guns.
I lived around schools that were horror zones. You were not anywhere near that school early in the morning. You have all these rowdy kids going into school. Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to go to break.
Oh.
We got break time.
Great. Let's take a break.
Yeah.
I am wasted.
We'll give y'all a break, too.
All right. Well, we're going to break. We'll be back. Anthony Harris should be here. Let's see.
But anyways,
like
this first video I'm going to show you is, you will be amazed. We were talking about leaving your loved ones in care of somebody at an assisted living facility. The guy that died from that drinking the toxic chemical.
This is going to be really bad to look at.
All right, this is another story of don't leave your loved ones alone or in the care of other people you don't know.
All right, let's do it.
No, she left that little baby there, and that little kid come and started punching him in the head.
That little boy got issues.
I wish I had sound.
Oh no, thank God. Oh my God.
But where is the kid's mother? Not the little kid, but where is the big kid's mother?
Who knows?
Probably talking on the cell phone, just like yesterday.
Yeah.
Kid run all over the place. And mama's on the damn cell phone, hooking up for her date.
And he keeps playing with the kid and beating her up.
Yep.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at that.
Got a lot of anger. See that? Throws himself on the floor. Maybe that's something.
Watch this. Look! Did you see it? Look at that.
Oh, God. Too painful to watch. It's around what, your year, 1976?
Joyce Miller realizes this now after she was robbed on Thursday afternoon while working at the Town and Country Liquor and Food Mart in Belleville. It all started around 1:30 when 58-year-old Charles James Jr. walked into the store wearing a hat similar to this one.
I'm thinking, why is he wearing that when it's so hot outside? When he went down the liquor aisle, I thought, man, I know he's got bad intentions.
When the two were in the store alone, he asked Joyce to get something from inside a case.
I went over to the case, I squatted down, slid the door open, reached in, and when I reached in, I felt an arm around my neck. And he got real close to my ear, and he said, I've got a gun, and I'm going to blow your head off if you don't go over there and open the cash drawer.
Joyce says he grabbed all the cash out of the register and was getting ready to leave.
I pulled in to check my tire. I was there probably for about 3 minutes before the window opened up. And then she started screaming out the side window that she'd been robbed. He robbed me.
Terry Bowman says that's when James walked out of the store, so he went after him.
He had such a lead on me, I started screaming at the construction workers.
The construction workers jumped in to help.
There was one big guy, they tell me he wrestles bears on his off time. Apparently he approached him and challenged him, and he ended up turning and running the other way, and another guy was sitting in his pickup truck, and he waited for the guy to get right up to his door, and he opened up his driver's door and just hit him with it and knocked him back on the ground. He got up, went back into the crowd of the construction workers, and that's when they body slammed him down on the ground.
And the group held him there until police arrived.
And I thank God that he was caught and apprehended by the construction workers.
Now James is behind bars charged with aggravated robbery, and Joyce has a message for all those who helped.
Thanks a whole lot, and I hope lunch is going to be on us one day this week.
Let's show them what they've won. It's a brand new baby.
The funeral planning industry has...
All my videos are fucked up.
Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie Bauer for Holly Scoop. We were not expecting this look from Lady Gaga. The eccentric icon just posted this photo on her social media site, Little Monsters. In case you couldn't tell, it's the notorious pop singer looking all natural. She doesn't even look like
ugly.
herself. Maybe it's the weird angle or the makeup-free face, but it's so disorienting. Has her chin always looked like that? Where are her eyebrows? Now, it's not bad, it's just a different person. Gaga posted this picture to promote her upcoming album, Art Pop. She had this to say about her fresh-faced photo. Quote, Art Pop as they pry the single from my bleeding fingers. It's a scary thing to revisit those things underneath, the pain in your past, but all I found was raw passion. I thought I was destroyed inside. I'm just ready to fight. Start the music. Gaga is definitely showing off what's underneath all her usual makeup, and she's loving the natural look lately. She recently showed everything off, going completely nude for V Magazine. For those pictures, go to hollyscoop.com.
The hum. It's a phenomenon that has been reported by individuals and entire towns alike. The hum is characterized as being a low-frequency vibration or noise that has been described by many as sounding like a distant diesel engine idling. Some hear one thing. It's kind of... Others another.
What I hear is a very happy, loving hum.
Incidents of the strange noise have been recorded as early as the 1970s in Britain, dubbed the Bristol hum. Most people say they hear it mainly indoors and at night. Anybody else hear that? The hum phenomenon has become an international news story, with reports from all over the world. The Taos hum in New Mexico is likely the most popular of this strange audible occurrence, with recorded incidents as early as the 1990s and on into present day. Theories for the cause of the hum range from power stations, industrial complexes, and military communications, to more mystifying signs that the end of the world is near or aliens are communicating with their home.
It's a message from Source that Earth is here with us.
Visitors to the hum.info can view a worldwide hum map or even enter locations of an apparent hum for inclusion in the database. There is no positive cause of the hum, but it is a phenomenon so well documented that there is no denying its impact on people the world over. Some more than others.
What is it?
A mother is now speaking out after the girl was diagnosed with the same rare brain-eating disease that killed her son 3 years ago.
7-year-old Davian Briggs had also recently played at Willow Springs Water Park, and his mother says this recent case could have been prevented. Our Jeanette Reyes has more on this emotional interview. Jeanette.
Scott and Christina. Jennifer Briggs says doctors told her she would likely never see another case of this rare brain infection that killed her son. That's why she says she's surprised it's happening just 3 years later and coming from the same water park her son played in.
The next morning, he woke up, but he would just be like, I don't feel good. My neck hurts.
Jennifer Briggs says it's hard to forget the summer of 2010 when her son Davian came to her after a long day at Willow Springs complaining about some mild pain.
Maybe he had a sunburn, maybe he had a stomach ache.
Briggs gave her son some medicine and sent him to bed, only to wake up to what would be the beginning of a nightmare.
A few hours later, he just wasn't waking up.
She rushed little Davian to the hospital.
I picked him up to put him into the car, and it's like he flung back in a seizure.
Doctors at Arkansas Children's Hospital ran a blood test and a spinal tap. They soon learned they were dealing with only the 5th case of parasitic meningitis in Arkansas. The mortality rate, a sobering 97%.
You could see the look in doctors' faces. Like, you know, a change from hope to, you know, they didn't want to focus. They didn't want to look at me.
The boy's condition quickly worsened.
Well, they moved him to ICU, and I asked the doctor there, he's going to be okay, right? And she shook her head, and she told me no.
Davian died 2 weeks later on August 14th, but it's not the 3-year anniversary that's bringing back these memories for Briggs. Today, the health department confirmed a 6th case of the brain-eating bacteria.
It was like a punch in the stomach. Where did this happen at? And then when I saw that it was the same state, the same city, I was like, really? And then I saw the same water park.
Briggs says she wishes health officials would have monitored the water park more closely after her son's death. But now all she can do is pray for this girl still fighting for her life.
Maybe she is one of the rare people that beats this, you know. It can happen. It's happened before. I wish it would have been Davian.
And officials have not released the name of that girl or how she is doing at this time. Back to you, Scott.
A heartbreaking story both then and now. Thank you very much, Jeanette. Well,
yeah, don't go near the water.
That, you know, that didn't look like an area that I would want to play.
Well, the place has been there. They wanted to make their 100th anniversary, but they ended up having to close down.
The water park. That stuff is like playing in a
hey, you remember the one I showed?
Little pond.
Remember the video I showed the other day with the lifeguard?
Happen.
The lifeguard, he told everybody to get out of the pool because he had to take a pee, and he got in the pool and peed. Anytime you go in public water.
Yeah, I mean, this is supposed to help. You know, having I think Ant is here, by the way. That's why it ran out. But chlorine is supposed to help, but does this park even have chlorine? And what will happen in such a low puddle of water with chlorine? What would happen then?
I would.
Yeah. And
well,
I mean,
the Lake Tobesaki out here,
kind of slimy.
I used to go jet skiing.
Like that.
I used to go jet skiing at Lake Tobesaki. Okay, and then I seen people camping, throwing dirty Pampers and shit in the water. I stopped going there. So anybody in Macon, don't go to Lake Tobesaki.
By the way, we had a dirty Pamper out here in a freaking street. I wonder how that happened.
A what?
A dirty Pamper. Jesse picked it up. So go wash your hands. What the hell are you doing? But anyway, I mean, that park did not look like a place I would want any kid to play in. It looked like a dirty swamp. Manny said the water looked nasty. I agree.
Michelle, any water you go into has fish poop and pee and sperm in it.
Yeah, well, ATT says, I swam in so many ponds, lakes, oceans, and water ponds, you cannot live in fear. Okay, well, those sound like naturally made. But this is probably, who the hell knows? You got all these toys around and water and kids with dirty feet and God knows what else they do.
Peeing,
shitting. How many Pampers were floating around that place?
Oh, you should seen all the Pampers at
the
lake.
They show the place, and it looks nasty as it is. I bet you there were a few Pampers in there. Yeah. runny noses. Exactly, Uncle. I won't even repeat it, but it's true. Fish. Yeah.
Yeah, fish fuck in the water.
Yeah, thank you, Ed.
Well, hey, you got to do it somewhere.
I mean, well.
Well, no, they really don't.
No, but
fish don't fuck.
I don't
They lay
think
the
that's
eggs
a
and then
good thing.
Then they
putting kids in, like, 1 inch of water or whatever the hell that was. It looked like 3 inches, maybe not, but it was a couple of inches of water. Standing water. It's like a little pond. It's filthy and dirty, and kids swimming in it. It's like a freaking soup. Kids in a soup. Yeah. Well, in a hot tub, maybe, Mystery Jugs, if the crab shark's floating around, you're supposed to have some form of chlorine in a hot tub. Yeah. You're right. Ed is totally different than Derek. He says, ATT says, Ed speaks his mind and does not mind cussing. Ed equals the new Derek.
Hey, I just tell it like it is, you know. I ain't going to sugarcoat it.
Well,
you know.
I remember when my brother taught me that. My brother Edwin Mampa, who gets on a few times. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember I was trying not to curse as a kid. So I tell him a story about a dog.
Oh, fuck is the most used word in the English language.
No. I used the word poo. Because I was a little kid. That's what I was told. So my brother looks at me straight in the eyes and goes, say it in plain English. To say shit. Yeah. You had me say shit. I was like 6 years old. What kind of shit is that? Teach your little brother. Oh well. Anyway, Ed.
Happy hump day, everybody.
Happy hump day.
Happy hump
by
day.
The way, we have 2 humps still. Right here. I thought it was going to be a 1 hump day, but Ed said, I'm going to sit in the camera today. Actually, we talked about it yesterday. But I forgot about it this morning, and I'm thinking, oh, God, I got to figure out how I'm going to talk to these chatters.
You're doing a fine job.
And, well, thank you, sir, and so are you. Not bad for a producer.
Yeah, I'm usually
/ co-host. Yeah. That's like the Ed McMahon. Ed McMahon didn't always come out of the country.
Hey, Ed.
Yeah.
Damn, Ed.
Anyway, today is hump day. And we're going to try to get over this hump. If Anthony ever shows up. Remember, he said maybe. Now watch. I'm not going to show. I know Anthony. I know him very well. And if he shows, I'll give my last cigarette to Ed. What do you think of that?
How about that?
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, see, when I'm behind the camera,
yeah,
I'm doing a million things at once.
I know.
Trying to engage in conversation and keep the show run is tough. So it's up to you to keep the chatters going. It's the Herb show today.
Well,
who knows, man? You never know. Somebody could be watching. Next thing you know, 11:30 at night. It's the Late Show with Irvin Martinez, like they call him.
And here's what?
Irving.
And then Ed comes out, of course, and he has that talk with me for a little while, and he laughs and he jokes, and then he goes on camera. Doesn't need to be on the camera. Oh, by the way, speaking of camera.
No, you're right. How you big camera?
Yeah. By the way, speaking of cameras, tonight on local television.
Yeah.
Channel 14.
Channel 14.
Cox Cable. You have Cox Cable, anyone use?
In Macon.
Cox Cable. They call that Cox Cable.
Cox.
Yeah. C-O-X.
Not Cox like Cox.
Yeah.
Like cocksuckers.
Right.
Cox
14.
Like C-O-X. Like
Cox 14. This is better than Cox 12. Better than Cox 10. It's Cox 14. It's an extra large viewership of people. Yeah. And I'm going to be hosting a show called Up Next. And my guest is Miriam Paris. We talk about some interesting stuff. I try to ask questions that are relevant. You know, I asked a question about Detroit. Could Macon become another Detroit? We had white flight here. We had white flight here in the 70s. Yeah. So, anyway, I talk a little bit about that, and she answers. Very interesting answer. You'll see it tonight. So again, that's Channel 14 on Cox Cable, if you carry Cox Cable here. And Channel 14, government television. And it's Bob Fickling is the producer. And it's done with cameras, like real TV. Check it out tonight at 8 o'clock prime time. Thank you. Thanks for that plug, Ed.
All right. Well, you know what? You can do your daily bread now.
No, let's do daily bread. And let's see what God has in store for us. I love it because I never look at it before I see it. And I'm seeing it right now with you folks. Right here live. And let's see. I can't believe that. You want to see something, folks? I'm telling you, God works not in mysterious ways. If you read your Bible, you know how he works. I hate that term. God works in mysterious ways. No, he doesn't. You know your Bible, and you know who you're talking about, and you know he doesn't work in mysterious ways. He works in obvious ways. And it is obvious that it was meant to be that today, for July 31st, 2013,
stop hitting me.
And I'm wearing this flight cap, and the title is, Your Flight is Confirmed. Isn't that funny? And we had a TSA story as well today. I don't know what that means. It may mean that this show's going to take flight, folks. As long as I'm driving this plane. And others, of course. I need my co-pilot. I need my the guy that knows, you know. So I need all these guys. But as your flight captain, your flight is confirmed. And let's read on. A heavy thunderstorm delayed our flight to Frankfurt, causing us to miss our connecting flight. We were told that we had been confirmed on another flight the next evening. But when we arrived at the gate, we were told that we were on standby. The flight was full. When I learned this, I wondered if this was mere miscommunication or if this was how they dealt with missed flights. If passengers had been told up front that they were only on standby, they would have been unhappy. Perhaps they saved the truth until later.
Hey, hold on.
Thankfully, God doesn't work that way. He clearly tells us everything we need to know to get to heaven. The Bible declares,
it's DB,
that all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Romans 3.
We're having a God moment.
Verse 23. God gave us the full picture of our sin from Genesis 3 so that he could give us his full and complete solution. God's solution in Romans 3 verse 24 is that, in chapter 3 verse 24, is that we are justified freely by his grace through the redemption that is in Christ Jesus. God sent his own sinless son to die for our sins. His sacrifice on the cross provided us forgiveness, and all we need to do is receive that free gift through faith. I'm so glad God told us the truth up front. He hasn't left us to find our own way. Thank you, Almighty God, that you don't hide the truth from us. You showed us how to completely sin and how it has affected our lives in order to reinforce just how Jesus Christ has delivered us from. God's Christ makes us safe. Christ's work makes us safe. God's word makes us sure. And your Bible read for today is in Corinthians chapter 15 verse 22. As far as Adam, all die. Even so in Christ, all shall be made alive. There you have it. Your flight is confirmed, folks. There we go.
I'm going to move out of the way.
Okay. Welcome, Master Meatball. And God bless you all. Your flight is confirmed. And speaking of... Look at what the devil brought in.
Look at the rain brought in. I like your hat.
Thank you. And today's Daily Bread, by the way, was, would you imagine? Your flight is confirmed. And we talked about a TSA story. Sit down. We have the 19 factor going on here.
Do we?
Anthony Harris, folks.
Hour and a half logged on.
Yeah.
Logged on, hour and a half out there holding a sign.
I love it.
8:47 to 10:17.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
It's raining out
AT&T says Ed farted and so much in the chair and better cover.
Oh, hell.
Well, welcome in.
Hello.
Everybody's saying hello. We got plastic canvas from other people.
What do you got, about 40 on there?
Yeah.
45?
Yeah. Where's Master Meatball? He left?
So where's Derek?
Whatever.
He's getting
On
his...
the phone.
Oh.
Derek.
Hello?
Did he hang up?
DB,
oh, what's up, DB?
DB, you're trying to be deputy dog out here.
Oh, how you doing? Is this Ant?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Ant just got here.
I just showed up. I was over on Rocky Creek in Pinono holding my sign. Getting the word out.
Okay. It's really wet out here, man. Just raining, and I'm trying to drive as safely as I can, but I still have it on speakerphone, so so I won't get a ticket or get an accident.
Where are you?
I just finished my test.
How'd it go?
Looks like I passed it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Derek.
Thank you.
It's by faith, Derek. If you feel that you got it, you got it.
So you're trying to be a sheriff, or you're trying to work in the office?
I guess either way, whatever position they put me in.
Well, like I said,
are you gonna patrol around downtown on a Friday and Saturday night and get all these drunk drivers?
Yeah, the truth, I hope not. I mean,
should you get that job? Are you gonna be a good cop or a bad cop?
Yeah,
Derek?
well, you're gonna be another Sutton.
No, I don't.
You have an attitude.
I'm only 44. I'm not 18, 19 years old like those young dudes, man.
That's right.
All right, so are we gonna know you as our deputy troop-along or what? Or are you gonna be scoot-along?
Officer Barrett.
Officer Barrett. I gotta hide my shit from you now, I guess, huh? I'm not gonna put you on the spot, having a guilty conscience.
Can I call you Officer Fife?
Yeah. Anyway.
Are you going to try to buy things with a check written out to you?
Yeah. What a stupid ass. I should have got it. Yeah, I can't tell you the secrets of anything. You have the biggest freaking mouth.
I do not.
You know, I think the mayor got it right. He said, don't let the camel's nose peek under the tent. Because then when you say stop.
Don't put the camel toe under the tent? What?
No.
Pitch a tent for a camel toe? What did the mayor say?
Who the hell knows?
Pitching tents for a camel toe.
Yeah.
That's what the hell the mayor said.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll try to read it later.
Okay.
It's somewhere on my Facebook page. But I put it out and everybody started hitting on it. Anyway, Derek, congratulations. I believe you got
buddy,
it.
congratulations.
And the sheriff will like you.
Oh, well, I thought I wasn't paying attention. They hire him?
No, he said he thinks he passed, though. He said he thinks he passed with flying colors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
But Derek, if you're a sheriff, you have to go take a physical and all, right? You have to do a obstacle course.
Probably so.
Yeah, how you gonna do sit-ups and push-ups?
Dude, you seen the cop yesterday?
That's true. That's true. Forget it. Scratch that. That's true.
He ain't gonna chase
That's
your
true.
ass. He's gonna shoot your ass.
That's true. That's true. Scratch
Derek will
that.
be good at filling out paperwork.
Yeah, well, you know what, Derek? I think whatever they put ahead of you, you're going to be able to achieve.
Imagine in 15,
what you put your
20,
mind to.
So imagine in 15, 20 years, Derek is in David's place.
That would be
What
cool.
if Derek becomes the sheriff of Macon?
Yeah, and then he's an actor on the weekends.
And then we pull out all his morning roast stuff and we blackmail him.
Yeah.
Do you want this guy as
what?
your sheriff?
With what?
Oh, that's true. Well, look, he doesn't do
Derek
anything. He
is
sits
Mr.
there.
Cool. If they take shit out on us, we're in trouble. Yeah.
All right, DB in the house.
Yeah, we got, okay, this is how the morning roast works, folks. We got Derek on the phone. We have Anthony.
I show up.
Me and
we got
Ed.
your flight commander.
Our show is still in together.
Look at your flight commander. I like the hat.
Yeah. And it just so happened that you're here.
You still
and he used to be a captain.
Hey, I got a question.
At least he behaved like
one.
one.
Film commission.
I think it's who he knows. That's all it has to do with. Yeah.
Hey, Derek.
Yeah.
So I guess you're not coming in. Are you calling in late? Right?
Come in for the last 10 minutes and talk about wrestling, Derek.
Yeah, come on, Derek. We need you for sports.
Right.
There's no sports today. Would you believe that?
Derek, come on in. It will not be any different than it is now.
By the way, too much sense this to you, Derek. He says he'd be a good sheriff. With all his limitations, the crooks will think they're surrounded.
If I can make it before 11, I'll put my head in there and say hello to y'all.
Yeah. Did you get your check yet, Irvin?
Yeah. We're
tomorrow?
going out. Let's go to lunch.
Well, I got to take the car back and get Heather to work first. She got to be at work at 1. Then after that, I'll come back.
Downtown.
Okay, I'll come back after that.
Good. And let me see. And yeah, we're gonna have fun today. Hey, Derek, where are you? You want to go to lunch?
Actually, I'm in the corner of Cotton and Cherry Street. I'm on my way to the courthouse to send my test results in there to give it to them. And I'll see, depending on how long I have to stay, if I can get there before, I guess, 10 till, I probably might say a quick hello to you guys.
All right,
so drive safe. Don't race to get here.
Yeah, don't break the law.
It's raining.
Now's not the time.
And it's slippery.
By the way, Derek, all right, so what time do you estimate that being?
What time what?
Do you estimate all of this shit you have to get done? How much time is it going to be that you can hook up? So maybe we could time it all together.
Derek, pick up that big clock hanging around your neck and look at it. And tell us what time you're going to be here.
Okay, I'll probably be like maybe 10 till 11.
It's too late.
Oh.
The show's stopping 5 minutes early today.
No. Come on. Bring it on, baby.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you in a bit.
But drive safe.
Yeah, drive safe. Don't break the law. And don't forget that 2nd Street hump.
We don't want to see you slipping and sliding down the street, getting in wrecks. Last time we saw a black man slip and slide, it was O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
Rim shot.
Get your ass over here. I'll see you in a bit, Sheriff.
Wow.
Deputy.
Yeah, Sheriff. This is great. Sheriff, Mayor,
Yeah.
State Senator.
I love it.
What's Ed?
Damn, I love this. I love this show.
Coroner. Ed's the coroner.
I love this show. The Don has spoken.
Look at all these hats on this damn show. All these hats.
Yeah, I like this.
Looks like the village people up in here.
I'm serious. So we got all these different colors. It's like a rainbow.
Who's that?
It's a rainbow. We have a rainbow full of people. Look at all these colors. We need
Where did you get that hat, Irvin?
I don't know. Oh, I got it from
steal that?
one of the homeless people. I swear to God, in downtown
yeah,
Macon.
that's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
What did he do? Just give it to you?
Yeah. Said, here, I got something for you. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah. She
He
gave me
was
this
wearing
hat. She must have found it. Who cares? I like it.
It fits you, kind of.
YMCA is for the stay. You know, I never lived in those things. I think I would have been like the YMCA whore anyway.
You never lived in the YMCA?
My day.
And you were in New York, which was like the...
No, I would have been terrible.
The metro center of YMCA, right?
Yeah.
New York City.
Yeah, but I think there were like $125 a week at the time. And
all the showers
they
you could take
cleaned
for
your
free.
room. They cleaned your room like a little hotel.
Yeah.
And I think what they did was they cleaned your room and looked around for any drugs so they can boot your ass out.
Have a reason to boot you.
Yeah. So it wasn't that easy to live in.
Did you guys talk yesterday on the show about all the crime that was happening?
Yeah, we talked about it. And by the way, crime has gone up.
I know it has.
And
I mean, I couldn't believe yesterday I woke up, turned on the radio in the car, and I think everything they talked about was a crime.
And
it was a guy robbing a Family Dollar.
Yeah.
It was two guys robbing a guy in a parking lot. Yeah. I was like, damn.
And a hotel.
Yeah,
you had a
hotel
incident. You had the X-Mart again.
Yes.
We were talking about that.
Triple X-Mart.
Yeah, Triple X-Mart. And we got all this stuff. Why is it? Because I think, we're in a transition. And it's like, you know how the U.S. government used to be, Anthony, in your day, my day, where like the president is like, who's that again? You kind of like forgot who the president was. I mean, they were so obscure. Now they're in your face every day and every moment and every inch of your life. You feel politics all around you.
So you think this crime wave is hurting Davis, Sheriff Davis?
It could if he doesn't clamp down on it.
I mean, technically, it's hurting Carswell right now because Carswell still is the chief of police.
He still is, and actually the sheriff's department doesn't take over on January 1st, which is, I think, when they'll have Derek before that.
Yeah.
If they hire him, God willing.
Yeah.
But
I could see Derek as a sheriff.
Bye, Uncle.
Just stay away from those donuts, Derek.
Yeah.
Because they put you to sleep.
Anyway, so yeah, Derek's got to watch that.
Derek's eating, and he's
lunchtime is going to be hell for Derek.
That's right.
It's hell to pay. He's going to need to take like 5 of those 5-hour drinks.
Right.
Wake his ass up.
Right. What are you going to do if he's a sheriff? He's just going to become the Irving Show.
No, I mean, I had Ed here. We'll find another host. You can come back.
Ed doesn't want to be on the other side.
The hell?
Yeah, but I can't be every day.
No, but you could be, come
tell us by the way about the Bob Fickling show.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. That's tonight on Channel 14 on Cox Cable, 8 o'clock.
But I saw on your post it does come on HD TV too.
Yeah, HD TV.
94.1. Yes. So now I might be able to check it out. 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Tonight.
So
tell us something about how it went. Give us a sneak peek.
You were here when Miriam was here.
Well, here, but not when you just interviewed
her. Right, but you know how that went.
So you asked basically some of the same questions.
Well, no, not really. I actually had up-to-date questions for her.
But,
I did talk
she is
about
running
her run.
again.
She's running again. She first announced it on that show.
No, she actually announced it on the news about a month ago. I saw her on the news announce it.
Right. Yeah. She did announce it, but she announced it like officially, like, yes, I'll be running, and blah, She talked into that. And we talked a little bit of the question was, we started with Derek's question. He wrote it on paper and gave it to me. And it was about the schools. Mm-hmm. And I said, most people, families that want to move to a certain new location like Chris Horn just did, moving up to Akron, Ohio, moving out of town. The people that are going to move in are going to move in for new schools, good schools.
Yes.
And not only that, who wants to live in a neighborhood with a school that's like Fort Knox, where the army comes out every day and starts to slaughter people on the street. You got really tough schools in this community.
Kent State.
A lot of So
and also crime.
Release of crack rock.
Crime. Also, people are not going to move here if the crime rate is the way it is.
Right.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
And then there's Derek. There's an up-to-date picture.
There it is.
Deputy Dell.
Deputy Derek.
Barrett.
Can you smell what the ropes is broken?
Deputy Droop-along.
Imagine Derek. He's going to be out there pulling people over. He's going to start asking people, did they watch WWE Raw last night?
Barney Derek, yeah.
Derek's going to be pulling people over. Sir, did you see Raw last night?
No, he's gonna talk real slow like Obama. Sir?
Yeah, DB likes donuts.
Can I see your license?
Yeah.
Please?
Yeah.
Did you hear there's food.
Did you hear what Tommy Sotomayor said yesterday?
Pardon?
He's gonna say. Did you hear what Tommy Sotomayor said yesterday?
No. What did she say?
No, that's what Derek's gonna ask the people he pulls over.
Oh yeah. And he's gonna he's gonna send us a 1-hour video. That guy ranting. He's giving that guy so many props.
I know.
Yeah, a little snippet in the video. Meanwhile, the rest of the time, Tony's going off
I know.
No, and if I put him up, I put up one
Derek's,
of his videos.
Derek's doing more for Tommy than Tommy's doing for himself.
Yeah, Derek needs to do his own thing. And
Yeah.
commentary.
Yeah, he is a douchebag. And
Who is Derek?
No, Tommy. Tommy said
that was a bad segue.
Michelle is saying, I don't know.
He's got some good points. I don't agree with everything he said.
You know, I like it. I like that he's free spirited that way. You know, he has a free spirit, but a lot of the stuff he says is pretty much borderline racist and arrogant. And it's like, I don't want to put those thoughts out there. People think that I think that way, although sometimes I do. But, you know.
Speaking of borderline racist.
Some thoughts are better left unsaid.
Yeah, speaking of borderline racist and arrogant, did you all talk about a few days ago about possibly Rush Limbaugh is cutting ties with
They did.
Cumulus?
They shit-canned him.
They did?
Yeah.
So he's gone.
Cut down.
Well, I mean, I know local 940, not to give a plug to him, 940 was the one that carried him here, and that was Cumulus. So I guess he's no longer on that channel. I don't listen to it anymore.
I don't
I heard they were getting rid of him and Sean Hannity.
Yeah, because they're too controversial. They're too...
well, who cares about that?
I know. Well, let them go and create their own show like us. Get them on board.
You know,
they'll
probably end up doing like Howard Stern did and just go satellite radio.
Yeah,
go Sirius.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got to pay to hear them.
Yeah, that's probably what they'll do.
I wouldn't buy that magazine if I were you.
Magazine.
I mean, that's all it is. It's like a freaking entertainment. I mean, there's entertainment like us, but then there's like, you want to just be controversial all the time? You can't just sit back and keep your mouth freaking shut about the thoughts that you may have.
Well, see, I thought this was an opportune time for you to jump in and go to 940 downtown on Mulberry and go, look, if you guys are going to get rid of Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity, which is a good portion of their day, 5 days a week, and sometimes reruns on the weekend, hell, give me a job.
Why not?
Give you a show on there.
I mean, did you see some of the guys that are in the radios shows?
Oh,
they're young.
I know.
Young kids, really.
Yeah.
You know, they're putting on rap and, you know, talking DJ. Like, I used to like Howard Stern because he used to say, you know, nobody talks like this. Whoa, you know, he would make fun of that type of DJ.
That's right. The one that sounds like they went to school.
Yeah,
for.
Give me an
college,
impression, Anthony.
Yeah.
I'm putting the link in the chat.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. The link is in the...
You read it.
Oh, here we go.
So this is the Rush Limbaugh firing story?
I guess it is. I'm waiting for the link to open it. Hopefully it will.
Welcome to 940.
Yeah.
The weather's pretty rainy out there. Please drive safe.
It's still low.
Remember, this weekend we've got the fair. You're talking about that kind of voice.
Yeah. That's the voice that Howard Stern used to say doesn't exist.
You ever see the newscasters on PGA? They're like, when they read it, and watch them next time. Their heads bouncing around.
Oh, yeah. Frank Malloy's one of the worst. Local 13 newscaster. He always does that crazy inflection in his voice that annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Yes! He'll be talking. Yeah, let's go to Suzanne Lawyer over there for sports. Hey, Suzanne. Nobody talks like that.
I know, it's horrible.
I mean, come on.
What an act.
Come on.
And it's all about, like, being different. You know what?
It's what they teach them at these damn broadcasting
It's like a
schools.
bad
Is what
McDonald's
it is.
commercial.
They teach them this crap. Instead of just being natural and being out there, they teach them to do all that crap, and it doesn't sound right.
And it eats on you.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember that shit, like Rush Limbaugh and his stupid, fat-ass opinions. Like, who really cares?
Apparently a lot cared. He was one of the top-notch guys for a while.
Well, I'm so glad.
So what happened?
And what's that symbol that he's got?
He hasn't read the story yet?
Yeah, no.
Read the story.
All right, well, let's read.
His symbol is his EIB network.
Yeah, it's Rush Limbaugh wasted no time Monday responding to a published report that he is soon to be dropped by Cumulus Media, the second largest broadcaster in the United States. Someday I am looking forward to being able to detail all this to you. But suffice to say, nothing is going to happen that you will notice. Nothing is going to change, Limbaugh told listeners. Yeah, about half of you are going to be gone. Freaking Limbaugh hated.
Limbaugh.
The Limbaugh haters. And you know, there's a brother in my church who loves Rush Limbaugh. And I'm like, how could you even be call yourself a good disciple? And that guy, and you like that guy's comments. I can't even listen to that guy. Some of the shit that he spews out. And it's like Tommy Sotomayor. Like, you get to a point where it's like,
ratings. Hey, they have to spew it out in order to get the ratings, to get the controversy.
Anyway, say he would love to spill the beans on what's really going on behind the scenes, but must use proper business restraint in addressing the issues he preferred to as a public business negotiation. What you're being treated to is just public business negotiation, Limbaugh explained. Negotiations have been taken public by one side of this when I thought it was done. I thought it was over with. I must use proper restraint here, but I just want to assure you that everything's cool, and what's on the table for this is program growth. Once again, and then we got Sean Hannity going by way of the same thing. But it has a picture of Sean Hannity, but not much of this story is on him. Limbaugh and Sean Hannity. Wait a minute. It says it is story. It's Sunday night on Politico. Industry source claim Cumulus is planning to let go both Limbaugh and Sean Hannity from his stations at the end of the year. The source indicated the broadcasting giant won't renew the contracts of both popular voices, removing the two of the most highly rated conservative talkers from more than 40 Cumulus channels in major markets. The source also said negotiation between Cumulus and Premier Networks, division of Clear Channel, which is people that own all they own all the billboards and shit, in which distributed Limbaugh and Hannity shows came to halt over disagreements on cost of distribution rights. So they're getting booed. End of the year.
And I guess they haven't responded, have they? I mean, are they
well,
saying?
Are they saying
this is a big?
Saying,
well, are they saying it's a big liberal conspiracy theory that they're just trying to get rid of all
the public negotiation? They're trying to let's not let this get out of hand right now. I don't want to look like I'm going crazy on this. It only give them publicity.
Yeah.
Like what happened with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
But
they did dump Charlie Sheen.
Well, he
did disappear.
I'm just saying.
EIB is that symbol. EIB is the Rush symbol. It means excellence in broadcasting. EIB.
Thank you, hypochondric.
Wait, what the chat is saying? Don't forget about the hypochondriac.
He said, Ivy for president. Oh, that guy on the left. All right, Plushy Godfather. What about the guy on the left? That's Ants Plushy. What does that mean? I sometimes listen to Tommy, and I think he's somewhat of an a-hole. I know. Oh, they want me to quick arm wrestle you. You know who's going to win. Anyway.
Irvin beats me every time.
Anyway, Anthony, so what the hell? Okay, I want to put you on the spot here, Mr. Mayor to be.
Do it.
I'm
ready to be put on the spot. I mean, the thing about it is nobody's wanting to hold these damn debates. I got to try to get Ellis and Kuzno here on this show.
You think they'll...
I hope. They're the only two that replied and said they would do something. The other ones won't reply. I mean, what kind of people are we dealing with that are running for mayor? I mean, they don't even want to compete. They don't even want to...
I saw Joe Allen signs.
They don't... Yeah, I'm not talking about just signs. I'm talking about they don't want to get out there and, talk and debate.
Because better left unsaid, they say.
Oh, yeah, right. And that's
why you got to come out and start challenging them on their...
That's why the city's a mess. It's just everybody just hangs around and waits for election time. And those 3 days before election time, they're all over the damn place. They're not out there before that like I am, like I've been for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
They wait for 2 days before election. Then they're all over. And then they don't want to talk to you.
Well, here's the thing. You know that the problem in Macon, Georgia, is that even people on a nightlife, we're talking the nightlife, like First Fridays. Right. I don't know why Friday's a big day when it should be Saturday. But anyway,
You know your own answer to that.
Well, because
Saturday.
church.
Exactly.
Is the
They
next
don't
day.
want people out drunk on Saturday, missing church on Sunday, or going to church drunk and hungover.
Right.
That's why. We're
I
the
know.
Bible Belt.
And so first Friday.
Yeah.
And you would think that there would be like a schedule of events happening that are musical inspired, other than the bars themselves doing it.
Right.
And the reason for that is what?
On a Friday or on a Saturday?
No, why is First Friday so challenged by, DUI, police out there, everybody's out there, and they're trying to bring in people.
Why. You know why.
They're trying to bring in people to make it. How do you challenge that? How do you challenge the fact that it's DUI Friday?
We talked about this sort of that day we went to eat with Al Tillman and Newt when we all went to eat the last time. And I really believe, and remember what Al said, Al couldn't disagree. He said, I can't argue with that. I really believe that they're bringing these DUI task force in because it's part of their whole plan of getting people away from downtown as far as partying downtown. I'm not talking about living there. They want people to live downtown. But I think they're trying to shut down the big bar scene down there and contain it to one area, which is 2nd Street.
Right, Charity.
Get rid of it everywhere else but 2nd Street. And by doing that, they are setting these lofts up, trying to get families in these lofts. And they know families won't move into lofts if they have to deal with these wild and crazy nights where kids are all over the place getting drunk and loud as hell.
Man,
right. So they're trying to get them out from down there.
Yeah.
And another way of doing that is what? Put the DUI task force down there every weekend to basically scare you away from wanting to come out. Because you're going to think, well, hell, why should I go? I'm going to get pulled over and go thrown in the damn slammer again and pay another damn fee and have my license revoked.
I think one of the other things is
that's what
they want to send them to the malls. Like, if you're going to go get drunk, go to the malls. That way they can, kind of a bigger net to carry them.
I think they want them on 2nd Street because that's, again, part of the mayor's big plan, and they're trying to get the mayor to get what he wants because a lot of people in this town think the mayor's so wonderful, especially the people with the money think the mayor's so wonderful, a lot of them.
Yeah.
But he's not doing anything, and he hasn't done anything for his term
well,
and a half.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is they're trying to get it on this 2nd Street, and that's part of that whole big country mega club that they opened, that was open for one night on Bragg Jam night, and it's supposed to have a reopening soon. They're trying to get everybody down there and get rid of places like the Hummingbird, BJ's, Element, because they want to have people moving in those lofts down there.
Now, the owners of Element already bought a place in Florida.
I heard. But they're keeping this place. They're just having somebody else run it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which would maybe help it, but as long as they keep running it.
But you asked me, how do you fight that?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I guess how do you fight
that?
If I'm mayor, you know what I do?
What?
I don't completely do away with any kind of DUI sort of checks.
Yeah.
Because you can't do that. You have to have it out there somewhat. But you don't concentrate it weekend after weekend after weekend in that one downtown area.
Right.
That's just me.
Well, what about what can the community do to try to help out? Because the police are just going to say we're doing our job.
Well, I guess the obvious answer is the
street.
community can go out and drink and party without driving a car. Either walk, get dropped off,
living there.
Bike, or designated driver.
Right.
I guess that's one way. If they start realizing they can't pull anybody over because everybody's using a designated driver or they're not driving a car, then I guess slowly but surely those cops will stop hanging out there and they'll go to another area.
Yeah.
And then they'll start being over there where you said, at the malls. And, to get people at the malls.
In the malls, and just kind of like, unite every drunk available on this mall because there's always parking. The thing with downtown is there is a problem with some parking.
Right. I mean, I don't condone drunk driving at all, but the thing about it is you can't expect an area of the city or the city in general to succeed and prosper if you're always trying to squash anything that's making it succeed and prosper. You know what I mean? It's like a double-edged sword. You can't say we want more businesses downtown and we want more restaurants and bars and everything.
Okay, so
but then you want to stop people from coming to them because they might drink too much and you want to pull them over.
Well,
it doesn't make any sense.
We know what the problem is, but now what is the solution? What can we come up with? See, I came up with a proposal, and this was just an idea.
Right.
Something called Tipsy Cab. You know, in New York there's Gypsy Cab.
Yeah.
Here, something called Tipsy Cab.
I like it.
And every bar puts in $5, you know, whether it's a week or a month, $20 a month for 4 cab rides out of their bar. And that it's a fund that's managed by a city, and that you know, they pay the cab drivers out of this petty cash, so to speak.
I like it.
That comes right from the owners, or the owners can make an association.
Well, you know what happened to Zingo? Remember that?
Zingo was stupid. I'll tell you what. Zingo was a guy came on a bike, right?
Yeah.
And he folded his bike into your trunk.
And
well, what if you had a shit full of trunk, or
Right.
a trunk full of shit?
Right.
And then he'd take your keys and drive your car. That's not a very good thing. Take you home and
It
then get his
sounded like
bike
a good
out.
thing, but I guess it didn't
I don't
work.
think so.
It didn't last but about a half a year, did it?
Well, because the idea is built to...
DB!
Yeah, DB in the house.
It's all right to be humble when you're looking.
Let me hide my shit from you here, Derek. Yeah, come over here. Squeeze on in here. Let Derek
You want your middle shot spot?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Let's flip it around.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
Derek's in the house.
Now you look like a middle finger.
Yeah. I love this show. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, 'cause I'm taller.
You're the middle figure. Look at that. That's to you. That's to you all.
Or I'm the penis to these two nuts.
Yeah.
Oh!
The middle finger.
You're working on your time,
Look
man.
at that
What's
face.
up?
Look at that face from May.
Okay, so you were saying, we were talking about drunk driving. How do you
drunk
stop
driving.
it?
And how do you
Zingo,
stop
he has a good idea called Tipsy.
Tipsy Cab Service.
Why don't, if I become mayor, I'll hire you to start that program.
Okay. And you know what? We'll go. We'll do like a Howie
But
Hansen.
I have
Go
a
to
better
store
one.
to store.
But I have a better one. Why don't we call it Irvin's Rickshaw Service, and you just pull people around that are drunk.
Rickshaw.
We'll build a rickshaw for you.
What the hell is that?
You know, rickshaws, the things that the Oriental with the Asians
I
pull.
want one with a horse.
No. We're gonna have Irvin's Rickshaw Service. You get it. We hire a staff, but you have to participate too, and you pull people home in the rickshaw.
Now you
Down
got
Cherry
to
Street.
He's not the biggest guy in the world. Now you know they got some rickshaws where it's like you could use a
I know.
bicycle or motorcycle. You know,
But
and
Irvin
have
would
a
just
hookup
Irvin
like
would
that.
just look funny doing it. That's why I want to see him do
Great.
You got the words. Go to Facebook.
Be like a lowrider.
That's right.
Lowrider rickshaw.
The rickshaws.
Word origin.
That's
Oh,
right.
word origin.
They're on the Facebook.
Oh, wait. Derek's here. let him do work.
Or we'll let.
Come here, Derek. Oh, you sent it to me?
No,
He doesn't have his
how's he
laptop.
gonna read it? Off the table?
Off his umbrella.
No, let him read
Open
right
your
from
umbrella, Derek.
Let it. Oh, you didn't send it?
He did.
It's on the Facebook page.
He said it is, but you have to read it. I'll read it. Let me read it.
Wait, where the hell is it? I gotta
go to
find it.
Facebook.
All right, my Facebook.
Morning Rose.
All right,
Facebook.
Morning
Not
Rose.
your, not yet.
Morning Rose. Okay. I love this.
Irvin's Rickshaw Service.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what rickshaw is.
That'd be funny as hell.
He doesn't even know what
That's
rickshaw
another thing I'm gonna say. At
the
the next
rickshaw.
mayor forum, I want to bring rickshaws back to Macon.
Yeah.
They never had them, but I'm gonna bring them to Macon.
All right, we
You
got
run the company. We'll call it Derek Shaw. Yeah. All right.
Oh, okay. Here
You
we
got-
go.
who said it
it first? Go ahead, Ant. Read it.
No, you do it.
All right, come on.
All right. Who said it first? It's probably better to have him inside the tent pissing out than outside pissing in.
I never heard that.
American President Lyndon Baines Johnson had a somewhat clouded view of FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover. New York Times writer David Halberstam reported in October 1971 that Johnson's opinion was, well, it's probably better to have him inside the tent pissing out than outside the tent pissing in.
There you go. That was written by Robert Rickey.
That was
one of his sayings.
Was a rare one right there.
That's a good one, Ed, because I mentioned something about Robert Ricketts.
Yeah.
19 factor. There you go. Who said it first? It's better to have him inside the tent pissing out than pissing outside him.
Kind of a variation of it's better to have the camel toe pitch a tent.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I guess the word origins, I guess that's...
Yeah, Derek, word origins.
Go ahead and pull your telescope out, Derek.
Here you go, Derek. Check it out.
Would you like my magnifying glass?
No, thank you.
No.
Okay.
Okay, the word for today is aloof. Aloof. Aloof was originally a nautical term, a command to steer to
windward.
The windward. Its second syllable is a variant of left, still closer to the
left sail.
Left sail.
Closer to the wind.
Closer to the wind. This was borrowed from Old French LOF, windward side or of a ship, which may have itself have been, like so many maritime expressions, of Dutch origin. The modern figurative meaning reserved, uninvolved, developed via an immediate physical sense, away at a distance.
Yes, aloof.
Aloof.
You've been sometimes like
Why
that.
are you so aloof?
You've been aloof.
Yeah. If he gets his job as a sheriff, he's going to be very aloof when it comes to this show.
You better not be aloof to anything. Yeah, well, he will.
He'll lose his job like Dad if he's anywhere around here. All right, Tottenham Chatters, hell, they probably left.
No, they're still here.
Lufa.
They're very loyal.
I like how we mixed it up.
Yeah.
Now it's no longer a backwards Oreo cookie with the black guy in the middle.
Yeah.
It's now black guy on the left.
Yeah.
Or stage right. Yeah. Where's your hat, though, Derek? You need a hat.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. You got one on. It's called a fro.
Let's see. Plastic Canvas, you're going to send us a logo that I started for you guys. You can tell me if you like it or not. So we're getting a new logo, Derek. Plastic Canvas.
Awesome.
Wonderful Eve.
Awesome. I hope it involves Irvin pulling a rickshaw.
Yeah.
In the logo.
And let me see. Pushy Godfather says Earth flies to Don Monte Carlo on the weekend. Yeah. Sure.
That's right.
Oh, you said that earlier. All right, DP, look at the camera now.
Hey.
Irvin, give us your spiel. If you were a pilot and you had to address the crowd once you have reached altitude and you're now flying, get on the intercom and talk to the passengers. What would you say?
I would say, good afternoon, passengers. We're flying high tonight. The storms are brewing, and I'm here chewing gum. Hope you're all enjoying your time. Hope your ears aren't popping. And if they do, don't worry. Be happy. Enjoy your flight.
I think.
And everybody jumps out the fucking car.
I think Denzel's character was a little bit slightly more sober in flight. I think.
Attention passengers.
Welcome to airline hell.
What's going to drop in front of you is a gas mask.
I'd rather trust Denzel flying the plane from Asiana Airlines.
Me too. Hey, can I get that guy that just wrecked that train in Spain to fly before Irvin, please? I'd take that guy as a pilot before Irvin.
Wow.
Fire! I'm just kidding.
Did you see that video of that train go off the rail? Did y'all see that? Or Ed, did you ever pull that up? I saw it on the news yesterday.
We did.
They had that footage of that train coming around that corner.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the guy? The old man? He looked like a guy named Jose. He's like,
well, they are in Spain.
It was the same guy that just was trying to sell the Exxon Valdez. What's his name, Jose or something?
Yeah, who the hell? Or the guy that tripped that boat over in Italy.
That guy's just getting work with different means of transportation.
They couldn't do janitor's work. And how the hell did they wind up like sailing a ship and riding it? Derek.
Flying.
Why couldn't they hire you? They hire these guys that can't even drive.
Yeah, I mean, you would be that much closer to the Senadores if you were driving a train in Spain. Damn, Derek.
You could
Get
be
that
right.
job.
Yeah.
Look at him. There it is, rickshaw. Or is that a wheelchair?
It looks like a wheelchair.
That's kind of a rickshaw wheelchair.
Like no. It's a wheelchair attached to a bike.
Oh, it's like a sidecar.
Yeah, I like those sandals too.
See, that's what we need to have here in Macon. Rickshaw.
You do look kind of tall in that picture.
Zappa said this don't look like Macon.
Yeah,
You're actually right. That looks better in the picture.
I'm channeling my Jerry Lewis today.
Yes. It's a barber chair with wheels.
I love how Ed uses that picture, but my head is always too big.
I love it.
I wonder what he's trying to say.
You got a big head.
Kind
It wouldn't be the first time.
Kind of the message that Axel gave you yesterday morning.
Who? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right in the bowl. My dog took a poop.
Hey, did y'all hear
Took a shit right in the bowl.
We always talk about bad stuff on here, or at least they do. I'm not here. You hear about the 4-year-old?
You're always here.
The 4-year-old? Pull that up. Or did y'all always talk about? I think her name was Nala, 4-year-old little black girl who became a member of Mensa. You talk about that?
Who?
It was a 4-year-old black girl. Her first name's Nala, or Neela.
Oh, wait a minute.
She became a member of Mensa. She's
what the hell is Mensa?
That's the intelligent group.
Yeah.
You have to be like 150 plus IQ or something.
Yeah.
But is that her?
No, that's not her.
That's my dog's
I did have one.
What's it doing in a bowl?
I eat shit in a bowl like that.
Oh my god! Well, that's kind of cool though.
I know.
It's like
perfect.
It's like he's very
intelligent.
He's very intelligent.
He is. He took a poop in the bowl because he knows
he's not doing it in the house.
He's not doing it in the house.
He's got a toilet. That's very smart.
He won't go out.
Ew.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, if you got time to, Ed, there's this. I can't remember her name.
Ed, that's great. Thank you for the picture.
If you type in I think she's from New Orleans, Ed.
I may put that on Facebook.
She's a young black girl, and I thought of that this morning. I heard about it. I said, you know what? That's a positive story. We always hear about so many negative things in the world and in this city, even though this girl's not from here. And then you also, of course, hear a lot of negative things involving black people, the community, and the crime. It's good to hear that this girl. She's like 4 years old, and she's a member of Mensa.
Yes. Wow. Matter of fact, there was one story I didn't even get.
Out of Macon, Georgia.
No, Louisiana, New Orleans.
It was somewhere, it's in America. It's there was a 17-year-old black female. She's a chess champion. She's trying to become the first black female chess master.
Meet Bobby Fischer.
Wow. Yeah, he was famous.
Yes. Bobby Fischer.
Yeah, Bobby Fischer. And so is she from the South? Where is she from?
I couldn't.
Not Macon, Georgia.
No, not Macon, Georgia. No.
Wow.
She would have been.
Oh, by the way, you got to see that movie called what was it? Fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh. About that little kid playing chess.
Yeah, has Samuel L. Jackson.
And Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Great movie.
I seen it maybe a long time ago, back in just before I graduated from college.
Yeah. They old black men beat me at checkers in the park all the time. Now we know where you hang out in the car.
And what are you doing at the park all the time?
Yeah.
All right, I got the article. I'll send it to you.
Cool. Here it is. Article on the 4-year-old Mensa Wonder.
Yeah.
I posted it in the chat.
Mensa on that.
It's right there. Go ahead and click on it.
All right, here we go.
Positive story on a. There she is.
She's beautiful.
There she is.
My God, what a beautiful child. She's like an angel.
Anala's her name, not Nala. Anala Beavers.
Why don't you read it, Ann, since you brought this up?
Anala Beavers is 4 and smarter than you. Anala, who learned the alphabet when she was only 4 months old, her parents say, has an IQ of over 145.
Wow.
The New Orleans toddler recently was invited to join Mensa, the high IQ society for people who score at the 98th percentile or higher on the standardized intelligence test. Anala is in the 99th percentile.
Wow.
Anala loves geography, knows the location of every U.S. state, and the names of their capitals. She even carries a map of America everywhere she goes.
Wow.
Her father, Landon Beavers, says she needs a reality show. No, sir, she doesn't.
Don't stay away from me.
Don't completely. Yeah, don't.
Reality shows dumb people.
You're not as smart as your daughter.
And also, yeah, exactly. Listen to your daughter.
Yeah.
She needs a reality show, is what he told People Magazine. She keeps us on our toes. She also knows she's smart, really smart. Anala says. Her mother, Sabrina Beavers, says Anala is constantly correcting the family's grammar. See. Girl after my own heart. She's a handful, Landon Beavers said. I'll tell you, she's a handful. Anala is not the youngest Mensa member. In June, Adam Kirby, a 2-year-old from London, shout out to Sabuki, became the youngest boy ever to join Mensa, according to the Digital Journal. Emmeline Rutger, a 2-year-old from Washington, D.C., joined last year, becoming the youngest U.S. member.
Wow. And if you guys see the link,
yes,
Ed put it up, right?
Yeah. Cute girl.
The little girl is adorable. Look at
4
those eyes.
years old.
Let's have a picture up there.
Yeah, don't do reality show. Completely take away.
Yeah,
her
we
score.
can't put up a picture.
Yes. You put on a reality show, she goes down to like a 72.
Yeah. Reality shows will dumb down, put it down. Yeah, dumb
Come
people
on.
down. We do not need
We
no
don't
more
need
honey
that.
boo boos.
Just let her keep doing what she's doing, and
No
then,
more honey boo
and then maybe
no more Justin Biebers.
Yes.
Maybe in about 15, 20 years, that girl will be inventing something that will help the world for centuries. Who knows?
What did Ass Candle do?
All right, and
Ass Candle.
He said something about the little girl's looking at his junk, and he's making some perverted remarks. Anyway, so
how long y'all gonna be on the air?
I don't know.
Is it past 11?
Shut down. Yeah,
it's about 11:10.
Oh hell, is it? Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, there you
I gotta get home and get Heather to work, and then I'll
meet.
meet you guys back downtown, I guess.
Yeah.
If we gotta go eat somewhere.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
up to you.
absolutely.
I'll have to meet you
I
about
want to
1:30
go eat.
I get the kids and take
And
over.
let's see. I want to thank everybody. Derek, do your spiel. Do your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do your day job.
You're not a sheriff yet. Do your job.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for everyone who came by and watched us.
Question, Derek, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to wrestling? It was just in town, wasn't it?
No, I didn't.
Wasn't wrestling just in town
Yes,
like 3 days ago?
I know Derek had a very bad weekend.
You didn't go.
The tickets were at least $15. Those are the cheap seats.
Damn,
they were up to like $15 to $95.
You're on the morning roast. You couldn't get a media pass? I mean, you couldn't get a press pass?
No.
No, they didn't acknowledge us.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to say thank you to our DS photo guy, Michelle Stacy, My Nuts Itch Plastic Canvas.
Love you, plastic.
Thank you. Just close to you, Jesse 1955, the Cal 3000, Plushy Godfather, Smell My Finger. Too Much, Yak Fu, Zappa 1, Grim Reaper 990, Hydroponic, and V-Test.
Thank you.
And Ass Candle, even though you got muted.
Yes.
And
was
we
DS
appreciate
on?
you guys hanging on.
Was DS on earlier?
Yeah, DS. Oh no, DS is still on.
Okay.
Was Sabuki still on?
No, I don't know. Is Sabuki on still?
No, Sabuki left. And who else left? Rocco, because he was making a lot of.
What about Rosin? Was Rosin Nicole?
No, Rosin didn't
Did
come
we
in.
ban Rocco today yet or no?
No, we have Rocco.
Where's Donnie Curry?
Donnie Curry came in earlier.
Did he?
He said hello.
Could he see which way he was going?
No. He was heading somewhere. He had a couple of places to go.
Yeah, Rocco's banned.
Rocco's band?
Rocco's band.
Rocco and his alias is, what was it, Rowdy Yates and...
Rowdy Yates.
I like Rowdy Yates.
Yeah, well, he was booted for the day. Ed, you have I Am from you and didn't see it yet from me. Okay.
Who, what?
Michelle is saying, she's probably telling you to put him back on. But anyway,
tomorrow,
Rocco is welcome back. He's just, he always stirs shit up and he gets everybody completely confused and on off topic. And Ed and I, or Derek and I, sit here like two stupid asses.
Yeah.
Telling stories and nobody's listening.
I noticed that when I was at home online with you guys sometimes. I noticed some of the chatters are just completely talking about some shit that has nothing to do with anything.
And Rocco...
I think a lot of them are talking about Michelle Stacy's ass and how hot she is and everything else.
Yeah. I mean, I like when the chatters talk with each other, but it's like a lot of chitter-chatter. Bullshit going on.
This is their way to, this is their way to visit each other.
I know. But we love our family. We thank you for hanging with us. And thank you, V-Test.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay Close to You. Appreciate those comments. Plus your Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the pizza was great, by the way. We had a great time with the pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for asking. But we're not having pizza today. We're having something. We're having burgers.
Yeah, Michelle, we know who he is. I need to go through a mod list anyway.
Who, Rocco? You know who Rocco is?
No, it was somebody else.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, thank you all, and I hate long goodbyes, but this one's a long.
Thans for having me. If you're local, remember to write me in for mayor.
Don't forget Channel 14, local television,
8 p.m.
HD
8 p.m.
94.1.
I'm gonna try to check it out.
Yes, and definitely check him out.
You were there, right?
Yes, that was it.
How'd it go? Honest opinion. Don't sit on the fence there.
It was
just because he's sitting next to you and your friend.
It was very well done. The questions were very well orchestrated.
Good.
In fact, I gave a question.
He told us right before you showed up that you gave one about education.
Yes.
Was Irvin stoned when he was on there?
No.
Okay.
No.
Derek, I'm sending you a message.
I know, that would have been good.
We're going to cover tomorrow.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, tomorrow will be Thursday, and I guess we'll see on behalf
Land this plane, Irvin. Go ahead and land it for us.
On behalf of Irv, Ed, Ant, and DB,
we're hitting turbulence.
Can you smell what the roast is brewing? We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Land safely.
Seen that in a while. I was doing the magic trick through the stoma.
Great.
Look at Derek. Derek's looking at me like, what the hell is he doing? And Irvin's just laughing.
Yeah, baby. Later, babies.
Take care, plastic canvas. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
Grim Reaper.